everybody. A couple things before we get started. If you know someone who wants to play in one of my games, send them my way. I'd love to talk to them about either doing a one-shot or getting into the wait list. Speaking of one-shots, I have 2 of them currently on the schedule. One on November 17th, which is this coming Sunday, where we're going to be playing the 2024 rules of D&D with a tutorial one-shot. If you're interested in that, the sign-up is over at gmeric.com. I'm also doing a official Wizards of the Coast one-shot on November 21st. Go check that out. That is Uni and the Hunt for the Lost Horn. That sign-up is also over at gmeric.com. Those do have spots available, so get in on those while you still can. Also, Patreon's live over at patreon.com/gmeric. That's where I do all my early announcements, sneak peeks of art, etc., along with announcements of products, so on and so forth. And the GM Eric archives and GM tip videos go up every single day over on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. If you do watch those, do hit the thumbs up. It does help me out a ton, and it gets the service out there a bit more. But let's get you guys started because it's time for you guys to play some D&D.
Huzzah.
Indeed. So, you guys are adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. As you guys have been working towards resolving a situation with Vagradan, you have come down here to Vakrud in order to restore a moonstone to a temple of Anwa at the behest of Testudinide's goddess, or god we should call it. You have come here with the moonstone after having made a deal with the Gloam, and have found that this place is rife with fiends and devils imprisoned within the temple. You've managed to lock yourselves into a temple where the temple is currently filled with anti-magic crystals. You are currently engaged in combat with an enormous, slimy, acidic breathing creature from far away. And the question becomes, as we start this session today, I hope you guys are ready because we're going to be hitting very hard. Aimer, you get to have the first turn of the session. What would you like to do? And I will go ahead and display an image of what you guys are engaged with right now.
I'm gonna walk up here and pick up my sword.
Okay.
Then I will attempt to whack the worm. We'll play whack-a-worm.
Biggity.
My new dice do not like Aimer. I think a 15 doesn't hit.
A 15 does not strike it, no.
I'm gonna use my bonus action disengage.
Okay.
15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm out.
All right.
I mean, my turn.
After Aimer, we go to Sweet August Rose.
Okay, so I'm back. Hi, Twitch. You know, worry not. Mike is back. So I
Back
was
again.
I was only when I was watching the VOD, I only watched up to the room with the 2 like inflating slime things.
Yes.
So I have no idea what's going on with this guy. Is there any pertinent information I should know before I attack this thing? Like, oh, if I do, my arms are going to melt off or anything like that?
No, he hits really hard and he spits acid or poison or something. I don't remember what he spits, but he spits a lot of things.
Okay.
It's green goopy jaw. I can't remember if it's acid or poison. They're both green goopy and come from the jaw, you know?
Okay. And who is this guy?
He's
that's
the
the
dead individual that you guys killed at the end of last session.
Who almost
He was like a monk of secrets.
Did
he
he
was a monk of Thale.
Did he say anything? Oh, he was another monk?
Yes.
Did I kung fu him to death? I really hope I did.
You did pretty much. We left him not stunned 1 round because I didn't think about chain stunning him as playing your character. And that 1 round almost killed me. Like, for inspirations, almost killed me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He also stole Aimer's sword.
Yes.
Then
Yeah.
I killed him and gave him his sword back.
Yeah, no, Abraham sword.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty much a take my energy moment from the whole party to save him.
Yeah, it was bad. Like he could punch and pretty much DC 18 or die.
Oh, did he have the hearts?
Quivering
quivering-
palm.
I don't know. It was like Kill
Yeah.
Bill-esque. Okay.
Yeah, he had the quivering palm. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, con save. Oof, that's rough. All right, sorry.
Yeah.
All right, fellow monk. All right. But anyways, Rose is gonna go.
I don't know if I updated your sheep. I think I used 4 key, by the way.
Okay, let me mark that off. And it looks like I haven't taken much HP damage.
Nope, you're pretty much
No,
okay.
you got healed up pretty well.
All right. All right, so she is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
I think that's flanking. Or do I have to move one more? It's kind of hard to tell with this guy. He's
Right
kinda big.
now, no one is currently flanking because Ricard is technically in its space.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Remember the circular
And
part,
you are
yeah,
still as
remember.
well.
So that I have to be right here?
Yep.
No, one more actually to be on the crystal.
No, that's where he could be.
About to say, because like this
Yeah.
thing goes up here. If you look at
Oh,
the
it's one more to the
line,
left, actually.
Yeah, the line goes, well, I guess
Mhm.
that corner.
Yep.
5, 10.
But yeah,
Okay, so.
Lizardy Man's there. So.
It's a big honking center
Yeah.
So-
snake.
So technically, I could still punch him, even though.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Uh,
All right. So she will flurry of blows, and she will attack.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. And on the third strike, she will put a stunning strike.
Okay. And you will hit, and you will have dealt 30 plus 15, so 45 damage.
Mhm.
And it will not be stunned.
It is immune to stun. Good to know. And then, the last punch for the flurry of blows. There we go. Bam. Pop, 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 pop.
Excellent. Good hits. Anything else?
No, she used her bonus action to flurry of blows, so nope, that's it for her turn.
All right. Echo Rex is not here. Let me pull up his character sheet real quick.
I mean, unless he's gonna hit with the staff, and he probably isn't, considering I don't think he's planning on going into melee. He'd probably chill there for the time being.
Okay.
I mean, if there was a time to turn into a dragon,
Well, unfortunately, he can't because magic is turned off at the moment. So that's not an option. So we want him to go ahead and step up and swing. I'm cool with that.
I don't think he would actually,
No?
considering the reach on it. What? Not yet. Not yet, anyway.
Okay,
Uh,
cool.
he saw how hard
maybe
the thing
cover,
hits
probably
too.
like
so.
take cover behind one of the crystals.
Sure.
Yeah, I think he'd either take cover, or just move back a little bit in general.
And dodge.
Yeah.
Cool. Ricard von Karth.
Art is going to, I think, step right here for flanking.
Yes, sir.
Can't misdirect him right now.
You could. It'd just mean attacking either Testing
Yeah,
Day or
Yeah, exactly.
Though if he does that attack, oh no, Aimer's out of range. You can use Sentinel.
Yeah, no, Aimer got hit really hard, so he's been getting beat up a lot.
Yep, let's just take 3 swings here.
Okay. All right. So that's going to deal 25 plus 18 for a total of 40. Sorry, 25 plus 18 is 43 damage. As you hack and slash into its hide, it is pulling out. It sucks. This thing smells horrific.
Yep, and I'm just going to reposition to try to lessen the damage from this conal attack.
Sure.
We get right in the room over here.
Okay.
That's it
Sweet.
for my turn.
Then it becomes its turn. And we're going to try to recharge that spray. We get this back on a 5 or a 6. We did not get my mucus spray back.
Ew, it's mucus?
Yeah.
It's
So-
sneezing at us?
Indeed.
Oh god, it's worse than a giant worm. It's a llama.
So we are going to be attacking 3 times. Who are we going to be attacking? 1d3. We're going to target. What? That's 1d. Yeah, there you go. Number 2, which is Testudinidae.
Oh no.
Testudinidae. It's going to try to bite down on you.
Would that be test 2 or Ricard?
Number 2
That'd
would
be
be
Testu.
Testudinidae. Top down, left to right.
Cool.
But
Yep.
fortunately, as a thick-shelled boy with a shield, he is able to not get chomped.
Okay.
Amazing.
The tail then swings around to wallop you, Testudinidae. An 18 misses you, I believe.
Also, miss, yeah. Wow.
Rolled a
Turtle with
2 and a
the
3.
shield.
And then the
Turtle with
third
shield.
one comes in. Does a 20 get you?
That's
Wow.
what gets me. Yes.
Eric, did you borrow my dice?
I think I borrowed Jim Rolly's dice. Just saying.
Yeah, you got some Jim Rowley dice over there. Amer's not doing a whole lot better right now.
All right. Well, that's going to be the extent of its turn for now. We will then go to Brennan Thamior.
Yeah, and then to catch Sweet August Rose up, Brennan's very far away. I took a potion of acid resistance, and he can't do his cool arrows. So we're just looking for crits, basically. So, all right, Brennan's gonna continue shooting arrows at this guy and see if we can damage him.
Okay.
Do
I really need that mucus spray in order to live through this.
all right, that's not good.
That will
But,
hit, though.
That hits with with pack tactics. I get another shot, right?
You get advantage, yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's not good either. Okay. Well, the first one hit.
Yes, sir. Cool. And this thing is immune to the poison, but you will deal 13 damage to it.
All right. Close.
17 to hit this creature does hit it.
Okay.
32 hits it as well.
Yeah, I can't use my oath bow either because it's a magical item.
Yes, sir. As you will deal 16 damage to it.
Okay. You know,
This thing is peppered with so many arrows.
yeah, I know, and they're all for like 10. That's 15. That's gonna be it for now.
Okay.
I'm not wondering if I should switch over to the oath both in an action. I'm not sure, but okay.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to go ahead and use a legendary action. I'm going to use my tail slam to slap one of the 3 people around me. That's going to be Sweet August Rose.
Uh-oh.
Miss Rose, a 27 to bludgeon you.
That would hit me. I am going to use my reaction to parry it with Valerian.
Okay.
I don't think we have any magic in here,
You
right?
don't have any magic at the moment.
I mean, would that affect
It
the
should
artifact?
should not affect that because it's a feature of Sweet August Rose. It's defensive duelist as opposed to a magic item.
Oh no! It's the Blade of Valerian that lets her do that. It's the very bottom there.
In that
Yeah,
case,
but-
yeah, it won't work.
Oh, it won't work?
Importantly, I think Sweet August Rose's AC is like 21 right now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
completely right. I forgot. So yes, that hits me easily.
All right. Well, you are going to get walloped for 20 bludgeoning damage, Sweet August Rose.
Ouch. That's not too bad.
All right. Speaking of not too bad, Testudinidae. What would you like to do?
Well, as the thick-shelled armored cleric manages to parry 2 attacks and take a solid hit across the midriff, he is going to, with a flourish, produce a bandage from his pouch and wraps it around his arm, Far Cry style, as the red fades from the edges of his vision.
Covering 29 hit points. Excellent. That's very
And
effective.
done.
Cool. After Tester Day, we go to Aimer. Actually, before Aimer, we are going to take another legendary action. 1d3. This tail is going to slam Sweet August Rose for being there with a critical strike.
That hits.
All right. That's going to be 24 plus 7. So 31 bludgeoning damage, Sweet August Rose.
Ouch.
All right. Aimer.
Blue Skidoo, we can do. I'm gonna run here so I can flank with Rose,
Sure.
and then I am going to attempt the choppening.
The choppening.
Yeah, I chop and I bonk. You know. Oh, one off a crit, 28,
That will hit, sir.
and I'll do 45 damage.
Yes, sir.
Pretty
And
good.
I will use my bonus action to disengage,
Okay.
and I will move back to here.
All right. Miss Rose. As Aimer ends his turn, I will use my third legendary action.
Bring it.
Okay. And this time it's against Testudinidae. And I will wall up
that'll
Testudinidae
hit.
for 19 damage. Bonk.
Oh, right. If it's no magic, let me unequip my items because that would put all my base values back to where they're supposed to be.
All right. Miss Rose, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Hold on, I'm unequipping all my items,
Sure.
so all my stats are where they're supposed to be. Let me just do that real fast.
I just realized that our plus weapons shouldn't have any pluses to them in this anti-magic shield, right?
Nope.
Correct.
So yeah, I am doing that. So it should be plus 11 rather than plus like 14 or whatever, or 12.
Definitely messed that up then.
Yeah, it hasn't been close.
So she is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20 right there. I believe that gives me flanking with Rickard.
Yeah, you'd actually be one further south. You have to be one space closer to hit it with
there?
melee. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, there. All right. It's hard to tell with these big guys. So
I know.
There we go. 1, 2. There we go.
Okay.
These are all unarmed strikes. So that was with Crusher.
Yes, sir.
Crusher's active. Wait, does it apply? I think the movement only applies to large creatures.
Yeah. But you
But I
are
think
going to hit for 21. You hit for 21 damage on the critical strike. Plus 6 is 27, 37, 43 damage. Miss Rose.
And everyone has advantage.
Yes,
because
sir.
of Crusher.
Excellent. Anything else?
That is it for her turn.
Okay. After Sweet August Rose, we go to Echo Rex. Echo's looking at the situation, and he's going to dodge. Ricard von Karth.
Let's try some advantage swings with my normal longsword.
Okay. And those will hit, dealing 23 plus 15 for a total of 38 damage as you hack into this thing 3 times. You feel the skin of it part beneath your blade. Anything else, sir?
Okay. Nope, that will be it for my turn.
All right. Then we go ahead and engage his turn. We try to recharge that mucus breath, and it is recharged. Now we're going to target one of the 6 people in the area to be the
Quick,
main
Eric.
focus.
Can I just slide around to the side of him here?
Sure. 1d6 to determine who I'm going to breathe outwards upon. Number 4, which would be Testudinidae. After you have moved.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to mess that up, sorry.
All good?
It's all good. Hey, I've got scales in the game, so to speak.
Scales in the game, indeed. So this is a 60-foot cone. 60-foot cone is going to be like so. Yep. We're going to catch Aimer and Testudinidae in this.
That's not so bad.
Aimer and Testudinidae need to make dexterity saving throws of DC 20 or suffer 38 acid damage.
Oh!
Testudinidae will suffer 19, and Aimer will suffer 0.
I wish I could roll that on my actual hits, but hey.
I will then choose one of the 3 targets to focus my multi-attack upon. We're going to choose Testudinidae, but of course we are.
Because Rickard moved.
All right, Testudinidae. The bite comes down upon you for 26 damage.
That one.
The first tail strike comes in as a natural 1 that will miss you. And the second tail strike is a 25 to bludgeon you for 17 damage. Testudinidae is technically bloodied, I believe.
He is now bloodied, indeed.
Brennan, can you save the day?
No, but I can help.
Okay.
So we're just fishing for crits here and doing what damage we can. Okay,
33 will hit him. Okay, and that's going to deal 22 plus 4 is 26 damage.
Alright.
As your arrow twangs through its flesh, it vibrates there. The 33 also hits. You're consistent up there.
Yeah.
This one will deal 18 points of damage as the arrow flew true.
Just chipping away, telling everyone just, stay alive.
Mm-hmm. All right, anything else?
That's all.
All right, we're going to target 1d3 with that tail. Testudinidae catches another tail slap for 13 bludgeoning damage. All right. Testudinidae's not looking so hot, Aimer. What do you want to do?
No. Okay, can't.
I think my turn got skipped.
Oh, did I skip? I'm sorry, you were correct. I'm sorry, I apologize for that. Testudinidae, what would you like to do?
He'd be taking the dodge action.
Okay,
He's going to stay in the fight.
cool. As
And would that legendary be before or after Testudinidae's action?
that was at the end of Brennan's turn, and I'm
Okay.
going to take another one at the end of Testudinidae's turn. So now that Testudinidae is dodging, we will swing at Ricard with the tail. A 32 to bludgeon you for 16 damage, Ricard.
That hits for 13.
Aimer, your Shelly friend is currently dodging, doing the Tortollan shuffle. What would you like to do?
I would like. Let's see. To go 5, 10, 15 to be across from the card and chop in the way that Aimer knows how to chop best
Okay. How is that?
by critting.
Oh no.
Yeah.
This is gonna hurt.
So it'll be 98 points of damage.
All right. Oh, that hurt.
I mean, let's see. Yeah, did. And I'm gonna bonus action disengage and move back 15 feet.
Okay. Cool.
I'm gonna fight the swashbuckler way, except they do it better than I do,
All right.
and that'll be my turn.
After Aimer, we go to Sweet August Rose.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Is that flanking?
It is.
Okay, just checking. And then she is going to go she's gonna just start doing her combo. 1. Another crit.
I have 25 health.
2.
2 dice Rose. Let me live.
3.
You don't have to be doing this. Such a squishy boy. And
The
he's
more,
dead.
truly the more threatening one in this one.
Yeah, she just runs up its back, right up to its head, and just drives her fist right into its exoskeleton. It's like a giant centipede, right?
Correct.
Like, so right into its exoskeleton.
As it falls, it convulses. Your hand comes out covered in fiery goo.
Just another Sunday.
No, it's Monday.
Yeah. No, see, don't worry. See, I have plans. Breezy's going to be doing this exact same thing to the next demon she fights. Don't worry. It's
Punching it to
just
death?
another Sunday.
Why is she engaging with Mordrax?
So, yeah. Oh, that was bracing. So,
I hate this place.
Oh, come on. It feels good to get rid of the crutches every once in a while, doesn't it, Aimer?
I hate this place. I want to go home. Wait, I take that back. I just don't want to be here.
And
This
magic
Magic
for
looks over at
dorks.
Amber and says, "You
Honestly-
and me both, but we got a job to do."
this place is great for training.
I'm not
You're right about
interested
that.
in training. I'm interested in living. I'm gonna go pill for the dead monk because I'm upset about him.
Okay.
And I might defile his corpse a little bit. It's a very rough investigation.
Very rough investigation. Awesome.
Now,
He
when
has-
you say a rough investigation of the corpse, do you mean that you are just doing a very simple one, or that you being rough with the corpse, just like grabbing the feet and lifting it up and
It's
just
rough with the
dangling it to
corpse.
see
It's
what
like,
falls
you know what I
out?
mean? Like, rather than just like being careful with the pockets, I'm like, just like basically punching his leg, getting my hand into his pockets and stuff like that.
He's defiling the dead.
I'm very angrily investigating. Okay, I wouldn't say defiling yet.
Angrily investigating, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. On his body, you will find a set of beads engraved with black runes, but they're not glowing. You will also find a green candle.
I'm pretty sure I know what the candle is. Is it similar to other green candles I've seen, Eric?
Roll an insight check, sir.
Okay, because I've definitely been involved in other candles.
With a 28, you do search it, and a 25 insight, yes, this is a candle of the temple hearth.
Nice.
Oh. Can I arcana the beads as well?
You can roll
can't-
religion.
Oh, okay. I'm okay with either one.
All right. With a 29 religion, these are prayer beads.
What? I'm more curious. What the runes on them? What are they attuned? Are they Thale-esque?
They are.
All right. And would there be any special properties of them since the runes are turned off? I'm gonna guess yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll shove them into my haversack for the moment because
Okay.
until we have magic back and identify them.
Cool. So, the only other thing that he has on him is a tin cup whose rim has been sharpened and serrated.
Amer takes the cup and just like shoves it into his mouth, actually defiling the corpse that time, and
Okay.
then walks away.
So, did he say anything before we started fighting, or?
No, I don't think he said anything at all the entire time. As a matter
Okay.
of fact.
No.
Okay, can
Well,
Rose,
at the
since he's a
very
monk,
end, I think he said gurgle gurgle.
can Rose do an insight check to see if she knew anything about this guy or his martial arts style?
You can roll the insight check.
Sure. I didn't roll very well, though.
With a 15, his martial arts style is ancient, and his movements are antiquated and not modern.
What an odd fellow.
Tried-
Oh, well.
tried to- He tried to stop my heart with his fist. I didn't know that was possible.
Oh, that's very possible.
Why don't you do it then?
It's not my style.
Do you guys want anything from the dead centipede or no?
I mean, grab some parts. You never know, you know? You know, make like a
Elgato
cool,
is
like,
going to. It's like Piston is going to step in and look around nervously and not see the ruin. He's like, "Ah, it's probably inside of it, isn't it?"
Oh, it's not the first time I've been crawling around inside a giant worm.
won't be the last time.
Well, this one's got acid though. Is that going to matter?
I'm pretty sure the purple worm did too.
Or... Okay.
You could be diving through its guts like Scrooge McDuck in the money bin.
I mean, that's exactly
Like
what
I
it
said,
did.
not the first time. Rose will, just test. Is its mouth drooling acid like
Yes.
in the? She will poke her toe at the acid to see if it's still active.
It is.
Oh.
So, I took a potion of acid resistance.
I hear a volunteer.
I was gonna take stuff anyway.
All right, Brendan. Here we go. I got it for you. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Ready for this? You know, we're talking about hunting musk, right?
Oh, I thought you were gonna tell me some rogue stuff. Okay.
No, I'm talking about hunting musk. What better hunting musk is there than the acid of a crazy worm?
I can think of some, but it's probably inappropriate for Twitch, so we'll just stay with this.
Fair.
Safe
Yeah,
for
all
the
right.
viewers.
Otherwise, we'll just dissect it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably easier to cut this thing open. Yeah, have at it,
All right.
Brennan.
You want to call in? Brendan?
Day
I'll
will
make it
help,
open.
and he'd like to use his medicine skill to identify the difference between like where the moonstone might be versus just the gallbladder. You
Okay,
don't want to like pull out a stone and like found it. It just turns out to have been a giant kidney stone.
sure. Let's see your medicine check.
God damn.
With a 20, you are able to find
Great.
the correct spot in order to cut.
Let's-
Awesome. Brennan, you're able to cut it open and collect the stone that you're looking for.
All right.
Anything else cool in there, Brendan?
Oh, there's tons of cool stuff. I don't know. He might be running out of space. I might grab a tooth or something.
Oh, would the bag of holding work in here?
Yeah, everything's gotta go in the backpack. This thing's humongous. Would I even be able to store like something from this, or is everything
Sure.
too large?
You can store things. Patch of skin, several vials of acid. If you have empty vials, that is.
Let me see if I do it. I always forget. Is it
Survival.
or
Yes, sir.
okay? Let's see if I even get anything.
I mean, those mandibles would look amazing like above a doorway somewhere.
He gets the mandibles off. However, each of those mandibles is 10 feet long.
Like
Yeah.
That's all right. We'll carry him on our way out. And Eric, the monk had the prayer beads, and he had one other thing, right?
He had the candle, the prayer
candle, right,
beads,
right,
and
candle.
the cup.
He still has the cup
Okay,
because it's now enlarged in his jaw.
understood.
Rose, Rose will pick up the cup. It's just a tin cup.
It's a tin cup with a serrated lip.
Why would it have a serrated lip?
Roll an insight check.
I'm gonna roll an insight check.
Give me 1 second.
With a
Stupid chicken.
14, because he kills people with his teacup.
That's pretty cool.
Hmm.
I want to interrupt, but I think I rolled a crit when I was
Yes.
doing.
So you want to
what are we
grab the
gonna do?
brain, the gizzard stones that are worth a lot. What do we want to go for?
Well, if gizzard stones are worth a lot, we'll try. We'll have to figure out how to keep them, though, right?
No, they're physical objects.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Each one's
So
about
we'll
the size of a bowling ball.
I mean, one
Well,
thing
you know,
we could do is just take all these corpses, drag
Yeah,
them
drag 'em.
outside, and then
Yep,
have
yep.
Echo, who hasn't used up any of his magic, just dimmy plane all of them.
Well, outside the bag of holding would work, right?
Yeah,
Outside the
man.
bag of holding would work. However, some of these creatures are too big to drag, especially
Yeah.
this one.
The mandibles, or is all the creatures in general?
Oh, the mandibles you could take out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And
We'll take-
from my understanding, these demons will disappear or their main bodies will disappear as soon as they exit the anti-magic field.
Well, actually, that's the question. Is this thing a monstrosity or a fiend?
That seems like a question you would know.
Well, a religion check, sir.
Okay. And we can also take like one small piece and toss it over the barrier.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So with an 18, this is fiendish. You don't know much about the details, but this is a fiend.
Wait a minute, I knew all the details. I figured that out earlier. I forgot about it.
So if I take the bowling ball gizzard out of this room, is it going to disappear?
You will
No.
not.
From what I understand, if you dissect them and take a piece, you get to keep it, but its actual main body, its corpse, once the anti-magic field goes away, it'll go back to hell.
Yeah. So the brain probably won't keep. I can get both mandibles, as many gizzard stones as we can get.
Okay. Roll 1d6.
Okay.
Oh,
Doo-doo.
anticipation. It's building.
5.
Yeah, there we go. That's
You
pretty
gain
good.
5 of the Ornozki gizzard stones, and I will put that name in chat for you here.
Norsky. The worst kind of demon.
The impronounceable ones.
Yes. I was gonna say something else, but I should.
Again, Twitch.
I'm gonna keep you guys out of trouble.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right, 5 gizzard stones, 2 mandibles. Do you guys think teeth are worth anything, or are we good?
The teeth are going to be not worth much. The vials of
Okay.
acid, though, you can fill as many empty vials as you have with acid.
I don't know that I have any. Let me see.
I have 2, Brennan, that I had from that I used potions with.
Rose has one as well.
Oh,
She literally has an acid
Yeah.
vial. So Rose will open the acid vial, dump
Yeah.
out the acid, and then fill it with this acid.
Fresh acid. Okay.
So you could
So
say
she-
you're doing a bit of violence.
so I have, yeah.
Mhm.
I took a potion of acid resistance, so I'll fill that up.
With
So I'll have
acid.
1 vial.
Yeah, I'll fill the 2 I have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it a special acid or is it just a
It's
normal acid,
acid.
vial? Okay, just a 2d6 acid. Okay. Like she's
That's
kept
great.
that. She's kept that in her. She got that ages ago, and she's just kept it in her belt in case she ever needed a little bit of acid. You never know.
Yep.
Like, hey, maybe there's a lock and Aimer isn't around. You know.
Yeah.
Separate the acid from the acid resistance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
2
Don't drink the wrong one.
2 vials of crazy snake centipede acid.
Cool. But that made Brennan's day. He got to climb all up in it and pull stuff off, and yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, Brendan's been having a great day.
Yeah, no, this is good. You just take pop shots. Yeah.
Let's see, how many of these stones are left? Oh, the beginning of the waxing moon, or I'm sorry, the waning moon. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I think that's the last
Yeah,
one.
it's up on top of it.
We'll let Testu do the honor here.
Yeah.
And Testu limps into the room, dragging the giant stone. He is hesitating a bit as he gets over to put it in. He's like, "Okay, so this is new territory for me. I'm used to my temples being a bit vacant, but not like this. So he's gonna take a moment to kind of clean himself off a little bit. Pulls out a little rag, wipes down his bald head, and sockets the gym."
Awesome. Nothing happens.
Probably the anti-magic field.
No, I think there's supposed to be something that goes inside the chest here. Testudine will again examine the empty statue hole
Sure.
because player brain no meat storage data.
Yep. So let's roll your investigation check, please.
We're
'Cause-
standing in the magic room because she doesn't trust anything that's going to happen.
Rose will just sit and watch.
okay.
If we have time, she'll take a short rest.
So, Testudinde, as you look at the inside of the statue there, the shape is somewhat humanoid. It's taller than any of you, and it looks like something was bound inside the statue at some point.
Hey, Tatsu, is the moonstone going there?
No, I think someone goes in here. I'm wondering if this facility was a. I mean, Onwa can be capricious and arbitrary. Maybe this was a prison.
That's just an idea. I don't know anything.
I don't know anything about moon magic. Maybe you need to go in there.
I'm the world's foremost expertise on moon magic. I don't know crap.
Oh yeah, that's
It's
been
moon
apparent.
magic. It does what it wants to.
I do what I want to as well, but you can kind of start to feel how things are going to work.
Well, you're the high cleric, so maybe you're supposed to like power up the statue.
Testudinde looks at his silhouette with his nice thick shell, and then looks at the tall. You said it was a tall form.
Yeah, about 10-foot space inside the statue.
Oh, 10-foot space.
You'll
Oh,
fit.
okay.
But inside there, you do see a ledge that fits the moonstone.
Okay, so you know what? These moonstones might have their own personality, and Testudinde reaches into his pouch and pulls out the moonstone, the tips of his claws clacking against it. He says, "Okay, do we want to break first, or should I go ahead and stick the thing in the thing?"
Rose is just watching you, like she has her chin on her fist, and she's just watching with interest. I mean, yeah, we could take a short rest if you want. Just let me know if we do, because I gotta roll a bunch of dice.
Well, we took a short rest earlier, so I can at least expend some more magic and heal us up.
Aren't we in an anti-magic field here?
The one room to the north, we broke the crystal.
That one's locked. You won't be able to get through that one.
Oh.
The one Amer's in, though, right now, also did not have a crystal.
All right, was this one? Or...
Bottom right.
I guess you guys could break the door down if you want to get through my lock, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, hold on. If we're gonna take a short rest, I don't
Well,
actually.
We took
I
a
still
short
have two-
rest, like mechanically, like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Short rests are only like 20 minutes. I have a bunch of key left over, and I don't usually get to do this because I'm usually completely empty on key. So that's 12 key, so I get to do it 6 times. Where is it? Features. Because I can heal myself, and that way you don't have to use as much magic, because I get it all back on a short rest. Where is it? Features.
Well, Testudinde will start by casting Aura of Vitality with a 6th level slot,
Oof.
which amusingly is the same level you use to cast Heal, but I don't have that prepped right now.
I was about to say, though, we could, if we just take a short rest, we can just hit dice too.
And he's just going to spend a minute just pumping health into himself.
Quick and healing. Here we go. So 1d10 plus 6. So I get to roll. You know, I could just do it however. Roll 1d10 plus 6.
Are we actually taking a short rest?
Yes, you guys are taking a short rest.
Short rest, yeah.
24. 34.
How much are the hit dice in the window?
11. 18. Plus 12 is 30, so another 30.
I have used up all my hit dice.
Neat.
I
I was
this is
actually
new
able to.
experience for Tested today.
Yeah, nice. I was actually able to heal myself to full without using any hit dice, using quickened healing. I don't get to rest with full like with any key very often. And then a short rest, I get it all back. Yay! Yeah, Rose is just meditating, and she sits there and concentrating. And as she's sitting there, the bruises from getting pummeled by the giant centipede just disappear. And she stands up again, ready to go.
Emerson's back gets rock. He's kind of taking some deep breaths, and you see him pull out his bottle of brandy as he takes a pull. And just kind of again gives a big sigh and puts it back in his backpack, and just like, I'm ready to be out of here.
You and me both.
I'm having a lot of fun. I don't know about you guys.
I mean, yeah, we certainly adapted to the situation. You know, I'd say I probably had a bit of an advantage because I never feel entitled to my magic. It's why I'm the High Cleric. It's very difficult to find someone that you can give these powers to and not have them feel entitled to them.
Mm.
I mean, that's kind of the core of being an Onwa Cleric, is that you get the magic, but it could go anytime for any or no reason.
Did we open this bottom door?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Amber
Looks
locked
like-
it even harder than it was locked originally.
Yeah. We found out that that's where the plover was in here before, probably escaped through.
Oh, that's right.
And
yeah.
then I improvised the lock.
Well,
Yeah, like when Aimer locks a door, he's a bit of a reality warper, and the lock gains cylinders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He puts in serrated pins, etc.
It's like a Warhammer lock. Oh, I mean, Warhammer orc. Oh, this lock very hard.
I mean, Amor does
stop
like orcs.
poking me.
Zug zug.
That's Warcraft, not Warhammer.
That's the only orc, the only orcs that matter to me are Warcraft orcs. I'm sorry.
Well,
Okay.
put the rock in the slot.
Yep, Tessa's gonna put the rock in the slot.
Oh. Nothing happens.
Ah, well.
He is going to fidget with it like it's a loose battery.
Okay. It rattles into the spot until it finds a nice snug resting point.
Maybe we have to pick up the statue.
Is the statue vertical or is it horizontal?
It is horizontal, crushed on the ground. The base of it has been destroyed.
I'm hesitant to remove the anti-magic crystals because those were keeping fiends in check, and if they were keeping fiends in check, they were probably not put here by the forces of darkness.
Is this statue
Or maybe they
supposed to
were, and then we found use for them. That would be on brand for Onwa.
Well,
be- Is this
from my
statue
understanding-
actually a depiction of Anwa?
It is.
from my understanding, you can't consecrate this place until the anti-magic field's gone anyways.
And we are significantly more powerful with magic, so if something happens, I'm pretty sure we can handle it.
Yeah, Tessazinde is gonna walk up to the face of the statue and give it a little pat on the cheek and like, wakey wakey.
You feel the cold stone under your hands, and I'm not talking about the ice cream.
I want some ice cream.
God, now I want ice cream, damn it.
I get the food.
Well, obviously, I'm in my 40s. My character getting to eat whatever they want without consequences is my power fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I am open for suggestions.
I mean, you're the cleric.
I'm not a particularly big fan of Alma. I don't really know a lot about her. You could try lifting the statue up, I guess.
Well, the
I
base
can
has
certainly
been-
try holding it
but-
up.
But yeah, I'm down for us trying that.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's when you have a whole bunch of options, you do the options first that don't lock out other options.
True.
So like breaking the magic crystals was going to be absolute last on the list because we can't unbreak the crystals.
All right, Ricard's going to try to grab at the head of the statue and kind of like walk it upright.
Sure. How much can you lift?
How much can Ricard lift?
Because this is a 20-foot tall statue made of stone.
Lift 600 pounds.
You cannot
Where-
lift this.
Where is it? Where is that on our sheet? I know it's somewhere.
If you
Inventory, click on weight carried.
15 times your strength score. So like Tessadene's got 11, so he can lift 165 pounds.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can.
so that's carrying capacity.
I could lift 360.
Lift
so-
is 30 times your strength score.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Rose will help him, or at least try to.
okay,
She's not nearly as strong as he is.
Yeah, we are treating this statue like it's the flag at Iwo Jima.
sure.
know.
Yeah, let's just say that everyone's helping.
I'm gonna laugh when it just tips over and smashes, because there's no base.
As you guys lift it up, everyone's
Echo.
gonna have to contribute here. So
Echo, get over here and help.
Echo looks over. Right.
Echo's waving little pom poms and providing
Push it
emotional
with his,
lifting.
with his rod.
Emotional support. Echo is what he's gonna do right now. He's emotional support kobold.
Pretty sure he has a positive strength score. Let me see.
Is Aimer going to participate?
Not unless he's really absolutely needed.
Okay.
With
Yeah,
his,
you say emotional support kobold, but I could totally see rich folks using kobolds as they're seeing eye dogs if they're. they have
Oh,
vision
absolutely. Well, as the four of you try to lift it, I'm going to ask for your strength scores. I know Ricard's at 20, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so that'd be 600 pounds. Brennan, what's your strength score?
My strength is 12.
All right. So that would be another 360. So 960 plus 330 would be 1290. And Sweet August Rose?
Her strength is 12.
Okay, so that's another 360 pounds. So you guys are able to budget a little bit, but this statue weighs easily 4 tons.
my 9 strength is not going to help us here.
I think we're gonna need a pulley and some rope.
Well, it's not 3rd edition, so there isn't a separate knowledge skill for architecture and engineering.
Do you need architecture and engineering to know how pulleys work?
They're
I
just-
mean, hate to be like this, but could magic help?
Probably.
I mean,
Probably.
Magic can always help, for the most part.
I don't know. Well, maybe there's something around the outside of the temple, or a clue as to who's supposed to go in the slot.
That's a good idea. Let's perhaps do a walk around the exterior of the temple and then check the walls again. See if there's anything that we missed now that we know what we're looking for.
Oh, does that mean you want me to let you out?
Yes, please.
Which
Is
way
it-
would you like to go, north or south?
Came in north, we'll exit north.
That's an interesting conundrum.
What?
Can Aimer lock a door so hard that he can't unlock it?
Yes, actually. I mean, if you want to go with, depending how many buffs and stuff like that I use, yes. But this was just a normal skill, and I got a 40. I think was it the 41 or 47 on this one, Aaron?
This is the 47.
All right, well, let's see what we get here. All right, hold on. I might do some of that buff I talked to you about. There's my 47.
All right, so Aimer is able to unlock the door. Give me Just a second to get that unlocked for you here.
See, Aimer concentrating really, really hard. And he goes, man, I shouldn't have locked this door so hard last time.
Okay,
Oh.
you're clear to go.
Like when Aimer messes with it, the keyhole actually becomes an interdimensional portal to a dimension that's just all tumblers, and you have to poke the right ones.
Yeah, when the priests take this temple back, they
Who are you?
What is that? Wait,
What are you doing here?
that's a great question. What are you
What
doing
are we
here?
looking at here?
You're looking at a dragon.
A white one.
Oh, cool.
It shimmers with moonlight.
A moon dragon.
All right.
What have you
Tessidende is behind
done?
us. Tessidende steps forward as he crosses the barrier. All his equipment starts glowing again, and a little bit more fortitude. He steps in and says, "I have been sent, and so I am here."
Sent by whom?
Tessidende just points up at the moon.
They sent you.
Do you think we come on our own? Like, who just walks into a demon-infested temple and goes, "Hey guys, I'm here for a good time"?
No one.
Exactly. So why are you asking us why we're here? It's not like we're here for a good time.
We do that all the time.
I had to pull a moonstone from practically the other side of the planet.
You brought the moonstone.
Tessidende looks down at his holy symbol, which has like the little markings around it that say "High Cleric," and he's like, "Is this thing on?"
So, he's finally sent you. It's about damn time.
You want to cue us in on what's so funny? Because I'm still clearing mucus from between my scales from the big one.
Yes, he was a pain to lock in there. How did you manage to slay him?
Ooh,
Tessidende just makes
one.
a broad, sweeping gesture to the rest of the party and says, "The Spirits End Fellowship specializes in putting down that which needs to be."
I believe he's trying to say is we use swords. Swords are the answer.
Swords.
And arrows.
And arrows.
Sorry.
Such puny weapons. Do you know what it took to lock these fiends in this place?
Probably a lot, because it took us, like, I actually worked up a sweat killing them.
Have you ever imprisoned a fiend in a crystal and then locked the crystal away and then engaged anti-magic crystals to lock the fiend from returning to the hells?
It is an impressive setup.
Yeah, I never did that.
Thank
Now
you.
Now they're just dead sitting in there. I mean, like, they haven't gone back. Most of them haven't gone back to hell. There was one room that didn't have crystals, though.
The dragon looks past you into the center of the room. Well, at least you're not idiots.
Yeah, that is kind of the prerequisite for one of these. And again, just plays with his holy symbol.
Don't speak so soon.
Yeah.
We did a lot of dumb stuff.
Did you place the moonstone within the statue?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I see that the symbols of the moon have been placed back where they belong.
Seem prudent.
Excuse me while I look.
Sure,
Tessidende
buddy.
just move out of the way, back into the anti-magic field. I think it can't be pleasant. Like he walks in there, and his magic item that he misses the most is his cleansing stone in his glove.
Aimer walks back to the part where he can have magic again, and he stays in here.
Well, you managed to return the moonstone to its home without releasing the archfiend. Well done.
Oh, there's an archfiend?
Indeed. Within the statue, his presence is held by the anti-magic field. However, you've managed to return the holy relic to this temple. Should you destroy the crystals now, he will be bound within the statue once again.
If he's not bound in the statue now, where is he?
He is, but his presence is hindered from appearing thanks to the anti-magic crystals.
So I was
So-
right. This is
so
a
we can-
prison facility.
It was.
So we can smash. So we can smash the anti-magic fields now to reconsecrate this place.
Indeed. Everything is as it should be.
No, but if we destroy the crystals, won't those fiends, now that they've been slain and are no longer encased within crystals themselves, return to their foul origins?
Let them. They all hearken from sky islands that once orbited Toivoa. Now, when they return, they will fall repeatedly to their deaths.
I for one, kind of like what this dragon's saying. Amber says from the other room.
You see the kind of folks Onwa attracts to their service.
Well, alternatively, we could just. Oh wait, no, it's an anti-magic field, so no, you can't cast into it. Never mind, that wouldn't work.
Well, the question is, why should the situation even change if its presence is not here and the foul ones are not perpetually causing small craters across the world? Seems to be functional enough.
Well, now that the prison has been opened, it will be raided by adventurers, no doubt. Much like yourselves. And while I may be here, even I can be defeated.
Yeah, you look very defeatable.
Thank you so much for your sarcasm.
You're welcome.
Do
That's what we
you-
pay her
I mean-
for.
I mean, to be fair,
Engage in
sarcasm is the
sarcasm,
love
actually.
language of Onwa.
No, really?
I think so. I just picture like a whole clergy just ratcheting their sarcasm up to 11.
That's exactly what's going on right now.
It
I
goes
mean,
up
to be
to
fair,
11.
sarcasm is both Onwa's love language and an emotional defense mechanism for dealing with Onwa.
So, what will you decide? Allow me, Cadras, to defend this without the assistance of the consecration? Or will you put the Archfiend back within his statue?
We'll definitely put him back. I'm just thinking. And Testadene looks over at the anti-magic crystals, looks over at Brennan, looks over at the anti-magic crystals, looks over at Brennan, and says, "Hey, Brennan."
Yep.
Points to the crystals. Arrowheads?
I think they disintegrate and pretty much lose all their usefulness.
Well, that's when we just smashed them.
I mean, we could try, yeah.
Yeah.
What I mean,
I mean-
if Brennan
What-
smashes them or the dragon smashes them, like what are you talking about here?
Like what happens if you take one out of the temple?
We discovered through
They
knowledge
disappear,
base,
right?
it just crumbles to nothingness.
Yeah.
They only have power in
unfortunately.
here.
Yeah, we can't carry around anti-magic fields with us, unfortunately.
I mean, we could if we
but-
went and found some beholders and carved out their eyes. We might be able to do something with that, but
Well,
So-
Testadene turns to Kydron and says,
Oh, this is not
"Where did you
Kydron.
pres-
This
Yeah,
Cadras. Yeah,
Yeah,
but he's
Kydron is very big.
Cadbury Bunny. Understood.
Cadras.
Cadras.
Do we? We
Well,
don't have to walk the talk
let me put it
about
this way. I come from 3rd edition where every character had to start with a different letter because that was their representation on their map.
so I kind of like this guy. Watching demons go squish seems a over and over. I could spend 10 or 20 years just watching these demons fall from the sky and crush themselves to death over and over and over again.
Are we certain about this guy? I mean, do we know who he is or what his intentions are? Or...
I'm
gonna trust the
Cadrus the
moonlight around him.
Cold, jailer of Anwa.
Is there a jailer of Onwa, Tetsu?
Yeah, is
I
that
just
canon?
told you I am.
Is that Well, yeah, I could also say that I'm MKale's left pinky reincarnated, but that doesn't mean I am.
Then why would you be here? Obviously you're lying.
Well, duh. Again, remember sarcasm? We talked about this. Oh,
No.
you're losing points here, buddy. Okay,
Really?
a little bit. So, do you want this place consecrated, or do you want to sit here by yourself?
I'm thinking we want this place consecrated.
Well, yeah. So I'm talking shit to the dragon right now.
Would you
That's
not
Brennan's in the other
want this
room.
consecrated if you brought the moonstone here?
Listen, that's Tetsu's thing. I'm here helping him because he's my friend, but I could give two shits otherwise.
Really? Most people only ever poop once at a time.
Listen, I am special.
So test
with
you.
that,
I think
Brennan's
Yeah,
gonna go in
sorry,
the
it
other
Sorry,
room.
comes. It comes down. I think it comes down to this. We can leave it as it is, where Cadrus is guarding this statue by himself with no help, or we can smash these crystals and reestablish the temple, and then there could be a whole temple of clerics of Anwa to protect the statue, to keep that demon bound. I think out of all of the ones we fought, he's the only one that's really important. These other ones, they're just normal demons. They're strong, but still just demons.
After the last
But
archfiend we saw,
Cadrus, just as a quick inquiry, if you were part of making these crystals, could you preserve one that we might be able to use it when we're dealing with another archfiend level threat flying around the world vomiting on stuff?
These are wards. They cannot be moved. You take
Worth
them
asking.
further than 10 feet away from where they were planted, shatter.
huh? So what you're saying is you took Glyph of Warding and you made it anti-magic based? That's
And crystallized it in place using my breath. Yes.
pretty fancy. I like it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Your opinion matters so much to me.
it better. Do you know who I am?
Not
No,
a
you
clue, and I don't give a shit.
And I wasn't gonna tell you anyway.
Yeah, but are you only giving one shit or two?
One massive one.
Oh,
Brennan,
man.
Brennan was
Snuff
trying to
gonna
be
probably lock the
strategic.
demons in here.
I was like trying to be strategic and stay in the room in case you need to use the oath bow or something with this. And then when he started talking about two shits, he just came in the other room like, nah, this is Anwa.
Yeah, this is Anwa.
Well, so Testu, it's your temple, your god. I think it's your choice.
Well, I think that Tessadine turns to Echo and says, "It's okay. You can start smashing." Because I think if anyone wants to smash those magic crystals, it's our sorcerer.
Echo looks at the situation. Are you guys sure we want to do this?
No, Echo would have been like over here.
Uh-huh.
Like he would have already had the rod raised, like looking over his shoulder. Just
All right. Well, he will break that crystal.
I'm gonna since his rod is magical and we don't want anti-magic dust clinging to his rod, which is might have some negative consequences. Tessadine is gonna hand him his old trusty warhammer.
Okay.
yeah,
Use
Rose will
this.
go around just kicking the crystals, just one by one. She'll go right here. Oh, there's a door right here. Did we open this door?
Yeah, we opened all the doors.
Okay.
Tessadine will walk over to this crystal and say, you could even break them with the right pitch of sound. Would you care to see?
I don't know if I care to see.
Now Tessadine
wanna
holds
see
out
it.
one hand and starts raising his voice. Oh, and then just real quickly kicks the crystal as hard as he can.
Nice. It's better than when Aimer's in your ear for 3 hours.
You're such a good singer, Testudinide.
Well, it's nothing compared to a proper dragon's roar.
You're trying to flatter me.
Oh, whoops. I accidentally took that with me.
Yeah. Basically, leans against the wall and just, what do you mean trying? Yeah, I just picture the rest of the party like, oh no, there's 2 of them.
No, don't mind me. Just let me do all the work.
Nearly done.
I'm assuming there's another one in the locked area.
Yeah, there are. And we'll just get rid of those. All right. So, as the last crystal shatters,
My magic's back.
your magic returns. The moonstone glows from within the statue. And you will see a pair of hooves sticking out the bottom of the statue. This figure is inside of the statue. As he looks out of it, really? Yes, Fiend. You will be stuck here forever. The High Cleric has demanded that you remain within the statue. You hear arcane chains wrapping around him. No! I managed to escape you once. I will escape you a second time, Cadris. I don't think so. I have backup.
So his feet are sticking out the bottom of the statue.
Yes.
So like his feet are like wiggling. Could he, if he were to stand up, could he like move in the statue?
He cannot lift the statue. He is not strong enough.
That'd be funny.
Hey, Brennan, do you want some goat hooves? I can chop you a pair of fresh goat hooves here.
No, that might break the enchantment.
Ah,
You shouldn't risk it.
Don't tempt him to be able to use a power against you. The moonstone will bind him to the statue in just a moment, and we won't have to listen to his sniveling. I'll get you yet, Cadris. Who else is out there? Say your names.
Your mom.
I have no mother.
That's who I am, though.
Well, Mom, wait till I can do bleep 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 bleep. To you.
Okay. So Testudinide is going to say, I am the great and mighty Vagradan.
You are not Vagradan. Your voice isn't near low enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vagradan kind of does sound like a douche.
Nah, the chains, the chains. Cadris, let me go. I'll make a deal. I'll make a good deal. There's nothing I need from you, Titvilus. And the hooves will disappear into the statue.
Oh, too bad.
yeah.
I thought it'd be kind of funny. They're just all just wiggling there for forever.
As the statue glows for a moment, and then continues to glow, but from green to pale blue light. As the moonstone glows and the various phases of the moon pulse around the room. As the Temple of Anwa is reconsecrated. While it still needs to be repaired over the next several years, Testudinide, you've restored Anwa's power to this temple. You receive inspiration from Anwa.
Doesn't mean she's happy with me, it just means she's satisfied with my quarterly work performance.
Really?
She's happy with you at the moment.
At the moment.
I mean, have you told her about the whole blocking out the moon thing?
Shh. That's for Eric to know.
One is completely honest dealing with Anwa. One does not volunteer information unnecessary to the conversation when dealing with Anwa.
That seems pretty dishonest.
Those in the service of Anwa have to have a lot of self-confidence and a strong urge for self-preservation.
Okay, but that still seems dishonest.
Well, you're welcome to take my place as High Cleric if you'd like.
No, I'm good.
Andrew says, I did it once. I don't feel like doing it again.
I mean, I've only got to do it for a turtle's lifetime. Doing it for a dragon's lifetime, that's a no.
No? Well, sometimes we older dragons have the ability to take on more appealing forms as he shapeshifts into a 5'8" old man.
Well, let me know when you decide to use that ability, because all I'm seeing right now...
He looks at you. Really? Insulting a dragon. He's the smartest one of us, obviously.
Well, you can't be too smart, otherwise you never leave the temple.
True. Which is why I'm still here.
These characters.
So, I've told you my name. Can I get yours?
I am Tastudenide, High Cleric of Anwa, for the moment. And these are the Spirits in Fellowship, who have this day done a mighty deed for the preservation of, well, the reality that we all enjoy living in.
Well, it is a nice reality.
Oh yeah, I love reality. It's where all my stuff is.
Are you sure about that?
Fairly sure.
Well,
I'm an Anwa cleric. If I'm ever absolutely confident about something, be worried.
yeah. There's a reason why she promoted you, isn't there?
Yes, there is. Let's just say that our last direct conversation involved having a particular Fey Lord in the room at the time.
Well, that's not a pleasant thing at all. Speaking of Fey Lords, it seems like we've got quite the creature here. And he nods at the blonde.
I think the blonde is talking to his
think he's
girlfriend
like a
right now.
reverse changeling.
So, you're going to send people here to Vakrud to rebuild the temple now?
Yeah, send/hire.
Very well. How should I know who you send and who you don't? Who should I slay upon sight as looters of the temple?
I mean, first we're going to be sending some masons and locksmiths. So, generally, people coming to loot a temple tend not to bring supplies to build the temple.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Well, shoot, while we're here,
No,
Echo.
he shoots things. He points at Brennan.
Echo,
That's true.
Echo has a demi-plane that we filled up with supplies in Karth, and we never used them, so we might as well just dump them here.
Ah, fantastic! Yeah,
It was 200 gold worth of supplies, of building materials,
Awesome.
because we were going to use it to make traps, and then that never went through.
I would appreciate that. That will go a short way towards completing some repairs. Perhaps replacing this door that you've managed to destroy.
It's wood and metal, not a lot of stone, but I think
In other words, just enough to repair a door.
Rose just shrug. I mean, 200 gold worth of raw materials is
Grand Temple of Onwa with big 20-foot wide doors.
gotcha. Yeah. But yeah, I guess if Echo has his, what is it, 8th, or does he have demiplane, or does he have to use his wish to open the demiplane?
I think he uses wish.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like it. So I mean, we're not doing anything else right now, so he might as well use it to dump the building, the construction materials there.
Okay.
I mean, and it's not like we have to rush to anything else right away, so we could, pop back to a major population center, drop like $1,000 or $2 on building supplies, and bring them back.
I mean, that being said, do you know any clerics of Anwa, like normal ones, who could do? Because we could. I mean, you're the high cleric, right? Can't you like reassign them here to help Kadras?
We're a bit of a decentralized religion. That's why, high cleric is not exactly a competed for position. But they will be here if they are needed here. I wouldn't be surprised if the Haven Scent popped in around here at some point.
Rose kicks one of these piles of stones that the mortar is all gone on.
It falls over.
I think they're needed here.
Then they will be here.
Naive
though,
and still hopeful, aren't you?
Well, let me put it this way. When Onwa sends their high cleric, they actually tell them where to go, which has been very useful. Normally, it's just a little floating arrow of moonlight that shows you which way you need to go, and you don't know if you need to go down the street or the other side of the planet, which is interesting for planning.
Indeed.
But that's Onwa.
That's Onwa.
But hey, her service attracts individuals who have supreme self-confidence and are able to get it done.
Indeed.
Gives a thumbs up at the dragon.
He gives you a half-hearted thumbs up. I was like you once, long ago. I cared what she thought.
5 minutes ago, you were also covered in scales, and now you look like this. So yeah, you used to be like me.
You used to be an idiot turtle too? Huh. Would never guess. You look like a dragon.
I'm surrounded by assholes.
Yes, that is exactly what I am.
May the shores be with you.
He looks at you. Much worse. I'm afraid that you'll have to comb the deserts of Corlin looking for that. I can play too.
I still love that was
Plus more
freaking
money.
Tim Russ.
Yeah.
Looking forward to Spaceballs 2, the search for more money, coming up in, I believe, 2025.
Exactly.
2025 or 2026.
Fun thing I learned, the reason that they were able to do such a parody without LucasArts getting on them is that they agreed with George Lucas, like, okay, we can do this, we can do all the parody, but no merchandise. That's why there's no Spaceballs merchandise.
Yep. Exactly. Which is why there were included jokes about it.
Uh-huh.
So...
Yeah, I got bumper sticker on.
I mean, it wouldn't be hard to get a construction crew out here. We could probably do it ludicrously fast with Echo's teleportation.
Oh, you mean we're gonna go
Excellent.
ludicrous
Excellent.
speed?
Yes, that was the reference.
Glad.
I mean, unfortunately, it doesn't seem there's any amenities here, so
A good construction crew brings their own.
but I mean that would require, taking action, or we could just save screw it and just hope it fixes itself eventually?
Well, we are between two empires that want to reestablish trade routes. We could just approach each of them and ask, "Hey, this place has now been secured and is a beacon of divine power. Would you be willing to contribute some resources to the restoration of a proper outpost between your empires?"
Out of character, Corlin and Fluiden do not really. I don't think there's a lot of desire for trade between the two countries. Maybe between towns, who knows? But maybe. Rose doesn't know. She just shrugs.
Ah,
She's not familiar with this area of the planet or the continent of the plane of the flat plane. Well, yeah, it's your decision, Testu. This is your baby.
I'm thinking we can use our little scale taxi over there and bring us a sufficient number of workers and materials to secure this facility. We certainly have the funds for a proper expedition. And then those who need to be here will find themselves here.
I look at Kadras and I just say, "Can you do that spell where you make food and water out of thin air?"
No, I raid the various regions for any life that is here.
Well, all right. Well, then I guess we can go back to Naocha.
Sounds like a plan, because after tonight, I need some liquid therapy.
Oh, while we're out here, magic's working again. We can identify all those knickknacks and we found in there that we couldn't identify before.
Yeah, make sure we're not bringing anything cursed back to
I believe it was a mace, a sword, a whip, and the prayer beads.
The whip got identified.
Oh, the whip got identified.
I think the mace got identified as well.
Did it? I don't think it did.
I will double
I
check.
don't recall.
So, where's Spirits and Fellowship? Spirits and Fellowship. Oh, okay. So, yes, the mace is here. Let me get that for you here. One moment.
And there was also a lightning sword.
There was a lightning sword. And the lightning sword is... I haven't made that one yet, but it's basically just a sword that does lightning damage.
Like a frostbrand or a flame
Right.
tongue with lightning.
Correct. And
Oh.
this is going to be the mace.
Yep, I got the mace. It's on my character.
So, Aimer knows what it is.
Yep.
Very impressive weapon.
Impressive if you're evil. Even I'm not evil enough to use this.
Oh yeah, that's a pawn it and get something more on brand thing.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say earlier. I got a bunch of stuff for us to pawn. Judith will probably do whatever Judith thinks with it. I don't know.
I mean, even without the evil alignment, it's still pretty good. It's just amazing if you happen to be evil.
Yeah, and it's best not to carry something that's an active temptation towards darkness.
I mean, there really is no such thing as good or evil, so.
That's why I didn't say good or evil, I said darkness.
You can expend one chance for execution. Dang. Man. Wait, is mace a martial or a simple weapon?
Simple, I believe.
It was simple, yeah.
I could use it. I don't need any weapons. I already have Cass. I mean, it's the thing that's really tempting is the immunity to acid, cold, fire, or lightning, depending on which you choose.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was carrying around that staff I gave Echo for a while. Like, just having it on my back made me feel so much better about existence.
Man, yeah, that is a nasty mace. All right. Anyways, okay. So if it's a flame tongue frost brand, trying to think of a lightning name for one of those.
Knockstick.
The shocker?
A lightsaber.
That's something else. And I'm not going to get sued by Lucasfilm. Disney at this point, man. However, if Disney wishes to sponsor my channel, they're more than welcome to. Just saying. You guys want to make me an Imagineer? Absolutely.
Shockblade? I think Shockblade fits.
Shockblade? Okay.
Shockblade. I think that
Just
fits
call
in the Shockblade, Flame Tongue, Frostbrand. Like it's all kind of.
Oh, we'll do Shockblade. I will create a
Not
Shockblade.
the shocker.
Yeah, we'll go.
Yeah, no.
We'll go with the Shockblade.
What a fun little weapon.
But we could call it inflation because its impact is always shocking.
That's not always shocking. Anyway. All right.
So Cadris, we'll be bringing by people, supplies, and we'll get this place polished up to be a proper Temple of Anwa again.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, Anwa's favorite temples rise and falls. The one I used to call home. It's well, the Haven Sent decided it would be sent elsewhere.
Fortunate.
I mean, it's not like anyone can take it.
True.
I mean, and the last thing it did was send me to this group, so it might have used up a lot of its energy finding it just right fit for where I was needed.
Teaches you to touch it next time.
Well, considering it's missing, that's going to be kind of hard.
Oh, that's typical.
Yeah, it might be recharging, it might be taking a break. Who knows? You tend not to ask too many questions when it comes to Anwa relics because sometimes there's just no answers to be found.
None whatsoever.
But if you can get past not really knowing the why, you can accomplish some amazing whats.
Indeed.
I was certainly not planning to travel all over the planet in the past year. I've seen many, many sights.
Indeed.
Oh, Cadris, you'll get a kick out of this one and point to Ricard. You see that one?
Ricard von Karth, yes.
It's a literal king.
I know.
Just...
Wow, news of his coronations traveled this far south of Corlin already?
No, but I recognize him.
Oh, you met him before, right?
Well, no, but I've been to South Cove, or Karth as it was called back in the day. His face was everywhere.
Yeah, we've seen some of the toys floating around.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A minor celebrity from a distant land.
The kids have the Rickard action figure.
Yeah, the statues.
There'll be 5 silver Monties for that.
Oh, and if you want to see some...
Yeah, I think we should seriously consider lowering the price to 9 Gordos to pay for it. I mean, just to spread,
Whoa.
your name.
9 copper Gordos from
Yeah.
2 silver Monties.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's an investment
Uh-huh.
in the happiness of the children of Karth. I think it's so stupid.
Every
What did-
child
what did
gets a free action figure, okay? We sell them abroad.
What did we end up naming the gold pieces in Karth? It was, I know the Monties were the silver pieces and the Gordos were the coppers.
Dragons.
Were they dragons? Okay.
Yeah, that's what he wanted. Unfortunately, they ended up being golden sturges.
All right, the Golden Sturges. Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm messing
I
with
know,
you.
I know.
Sounds like a minor league team, the Golden Sturges.
It's all right. San Antonio's getting the firefighters here soon.
Really?
Well,
Yeah,
Hmm.
from the Banana League,
Huh.
the Texas firefighters. Yeah, they're gonna come here to San Antonio.
Didn't know that.
Not permanently.
the best minor league team was a little league team that named themselves No Game Scheduled and won a bunch of games by default.
Nice. Super smart.
Oh, and you see that kobold over there?
Yes.
Get this. We were in the palace of the gods. That one made Amir Rosie a god without their consent and is thus effectively their high cleric right now.
What an idiot.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was like, if you're gonna make someone a god, you want to make sure you're on good terms with them in that situation.
I don't want to be involved.
Oh yeah, that was.
Well,
I'm just laughing at the what. I'm not asking the why on that one.
indeed. Well, what else do you have that you need of me?
Just make sure someone else doesn't come in and start smashing stuff until we can get back to fix the doors and have locks that have actual keys instead of having to use a lockpick that's extra dimensional in nature to open them.
I understand. Thank you again, Testudinidae.
Well, Carlos, it has been an experience meeting you.
True. It's hard to argue when you simply state facts.
I mean that's how we deal with Anwa, isn't it?
No. Sometimes Anwa wishes to just be a bitch, and we just tell her what she wants to hear.
Although, you know what? I'll be honest, the bitch is a little easier to deal with than the bro.
Well, you're welcome to it.
Because the bro always wants you to go do something with them while they're talking, and you ever try and have a serious conversation about temple budgets while trying to surf?
I don't surf.
Well, surfing is the act of attempting to return to the ocean and being rejected in style.
He can't do that because he's a tortoise and not a turtle.
Uh-huh. Yes.
What a callback.
Picture tested today trying to surf with like a bunch of like little water wings on his arms to keep him floating. Or a question is, if you have water walking on and you're in the middle of a wave and the wave hits you, does it hit you like a solid wall?
No.
No, you can turn it on or off. But yeah.
No, Rose literally knows the answer from that because she's experienced it in this game. So the answer is no. She has a ring of water walking. But yeah, well, I mean, no need for long goodbyes. We're literally going to come back probably tomorrow once we can find, or day or two, if we can find a crew of builders who are willing to come out here and live out here for the time being.
Finding people willing to come to Vacrude will be a challenge. The only people who come here are ones who seek adventure and challenges that threaten their lives. Finding craftsmen who want to just come here to craft, you must pay them exceedingly well.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, we got enough trinkets to probably do that. And some of us don't even come here for adventure or anything else. We're just kind of I guess bored.
And hey, if we need people who we have the loyalty of, I'm wondering if we might be able to, and just gestures towards Ricard, tap Karth for some assistance.
I have to travel to the other side of Corlin for that.
I mean, doesn't Ano have like a budget for this? Can't we just like hire some people to fix her temple?
It's a matter of finding where we get people from. Like Fluiden might be able to get people
The
across
mages
border
of
faster.
Fluiden would come here simply to have bragging rights that they have repaired it. I know a guy.
That could work. As for Onwa budgeting, remember from the Jetsons intro when he when George tries to pass a dollar bill, some cash to his wife, she takes the whole wallet.
Yep.
That's Onwa.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's why you guys can keep on.
Yeah, but hey, I just focus on the what, and we've accomplished something tremendous today. The Spirits in Fellowship in the big tally of all the good and whoopsies they've done on the world has, I'd say, definitely put themselves more on the good category this night.
Perhaps so.
Out of curiosity, did that Archfiend piss off Anwa in some way? Or
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. But that's a very long story.
Rose looks around like there's nothing else going on.
He looks, fine, you want to hear the story? We'll start at the very beginning.
Oh God.
You know what? After all the demon fighting that we've done over the past day, sitting back and hearing a dragon tell a story with Onwa levels of snark, I'm down for that.
Well, I mean,
Stark and not less of the Onwa.
You can give us the 5-sentence summary. Like, what did he do that made her mad?
Yeah, he can. He won't.
I will, just to piss you off.
Or is that what I wanted all along?
Amer starts drinking again. He pulls out his bottle from his bag and then takes another big old pull.
Do you have any more of that?
The short
something
version
away.
of the story is Archfiend thinks he's hot snot, decides to take over the temple, carves out the main statue within the temple for his own goods, deceives the worshippers until the statue's corrupted, takes the worship, the offerings, and attempts to become a demigod. Onwa didn't approve and asked for a little bit of help from her high cleric at the time to imprison him and stop his influence upon the temple.
So that is possible. Someone can divert the worship of a god to themselves to steal that worship.
He had unhallowed the place, desecrating it and removing its divine connection. The moonstone was removed, and without it, the place was no longer a temple, but rather a husk of a temple. Him standing before them simply took the worship, as there was no divine connection.
Oh, get this. Do you know where the moonstone ended up?
No!
It wound up in the frozen north with the gloam.
Well, do we know it's the same moonstone? Because there's multiple of them, right?
If it fit within the statue, it would be the one from here.
Yeah, they are not fungible.
But
it is absolutely on brand for Onwa that someone takes her temple and in response they're never able to leave it again.
Indeed.
Yeah, now you see why Onwa tends to have Fae visitors.
Kadros,
She's really big on irony.
Yes.
so there is a precedent for demons siphoning worship from gods.
Yes.
That's why you don't find many gods enjoying the company of demons.
So, well, because I have a theory that that is what's happening with Imkael and the Church of Imkael up in Shu.
I wouldn't be surprised. The Josozai have been powerful for far too long. Did you know that they came here? It was laughable.
The Jozo Sai came here?
Yes,
It's a bit far from home.
it is. They heard that the Fluidin people were casters. They never made it across the border. The petrified forms are not far from here.
Oh, really?
Yes, about 2 miles in that direction.
Did the mages of Fluidin petrify them, or did something else do it?
He just smiles.
Listen, I'm only curious, so I was gonna go break the statue so that it couldn't be flesh to stone or stone to flesh.
I'd rather you not. I'm very proud of my work.
Okay. All right. Well, as long as they don't turn back human, you know, you're saving me some effort having to kill them later.
That won't happen. My breath is quite effective.
Okay.
All right, well, we'll see if we can round up some workers willing for hazard pay.
Aimer,
Indeed, and then
can I get an
reaching out
insight
to
check, please? Aimer's insight check comes through soon. Did we lose Aimer? Okay.
I'm here. Sorry about my aimer. I thought you said Ricard, not aimer. Sorry.
Yes, sir. Insight check from Aimer, because this is something that
Absolutely.
you would be interested in, or were interested in.
Well, I'm gonna
With the
bump that one
19,
up. Hold on.
You're
We're
going to do
make
something
that
in?
at 22.
With a 22, remember the petrified trees outside the temple?
Yeah.
He's the one who did it.
Aimer makes mental note. It seems you've been busy around here.
I do my best. Well, I wish you good day. I have a temple to clean up.
Well, I mean, you have fun with that, I guess. Where are we going, guys?
This Cadris
Probably.
is going to turn and just walk away. No goodbyes.
Probably Nausha. I mean,
Nausha.
where else are we gonna go?
Hold on, we're gonna get workers in Nausha to come here. The rest of
No,
the
we're
Corpsmen are
going
still
to-
technically at war.
No, I think we'll be hiring from elsewhere, but we have a whole bunch of items to turn into currency that we can use for hiring workers.
Yep.
Oh well, I mean,
Yeah, funding a revolution isn't cheap, unfortunately.
that's why I'm letting you fund it, because it's your revolution.
I guess you could say you're not in it for my revolution, huh?
Sure not, Rose. I'm sure not.
You say, wait, no, is that the lyric or is? But no, you
I have
say you
no
want to.
idea.
I'm thinking. I mean, wait, isn't that a Beatles song? Oh,
Oh yeah,
say you
Revolution.
want a revolution. Well, yeah.
That's actually pretty good there.
Yeah.
Just saying. You got a good voice on you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. At least one person thinks so.
Better than mine.
I mean, the modern way is like, you say you want a revolution.
Yeah. We're not going to get copyright struck.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, Echo, you want to bring us Nausha?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
sure.
I'll do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Good boy.
As he's going to cast teleport, the flames lick up and around you. And you guys will find yourselves in Nausha.
The plaid-colored flames.
Yep.
Hey,
As the
hey, that's
plaid-colored
not the same. Hey, wait a minute.
As the
Change.
As the plaid-colored flames wash up around you, you are greeted by a familiar face. Greetings once again. How are you today, sirs, madam?
We just killed a bunch of demons.
How delightful.
Yeah, well, that was an afternoon, I suppose. How
It's a
are things
shame
here?
that we haven't had any action here.
I mean, you already fought the Jozo's Eye off, didn't you? Do you want more?
That was several weeks ago. Been uneventful.
I don't see if I can't piss some more people off for you then.
I don't think that will take long, but I heard that the Roman king had come through town.
Really?
Yes. He said he was investigating a potential fraud.
What does he
Look
look
over
like?
at Aimer. What'd you do?
He's quite the handsome man from every report. I didn't see him myself, of course. The rest of the Blue Cloaks thought that I might distress him with my appearance and my nature.
Yeah, that's very possible. We haven't met the Roman king at all in this campaign, have we?
You have not.
Okay, I had to make sure because
Yeah,
I know we have. I know I have it with one of the groups. So I want to make sure. Like,
Yeah, that's Teens of Toivola. You've not done so in this group.
okay.
I-
I look over at Tetsu and be like, "Well, I mean,
I
your
just
guess is as good as mine."
noticed they put a blue wig on Shadrach. I
Yeah.
never noticed that before.
Yep, they put a blue wig on him. They have gone all the way on him.
Maybe Ronaldus will know about this. Whatever the Roman king's looking for.
It might be a wig, or it might just be an octopus on the back of his head.
So, well, the Roman king.
It would be difficult to put an octopus on the back of my head, as I don't actually have a head.
Oh, but there'll be plenty of space for it to fit.
He looks at you and narrows his eyes.
It's not worth it, Shadrach. It's not worth it. Just trust me on this one, buddy.
Sorry, I was just talking with a dragon of Onward
Onward.
recently. The sarcasm is
So-
a little hard to turn on and off easily.
The Roman king, from my understanding, he likes to do that thing where he dresses up as like a commoner, so you don't know he's a king and talks to people.
Indeed.
Is he doing that now, or is he like actually like going around in his king hat?
The rumor
now
is that he's here in town at the moment.
Maybe
Of
I should
course.
talk to Basil.
Let's say if it's a rumor, then well, Basil might know.
Yeah,
Oh.
I should probably go talk to Basil.
Sir Ronaldus Basil is currently at the docks, greeting various ships that have been arriving, ensuring that no riffraff are coming ashore.
So he's making your life boring.
Indeed. But it could be worse, Aimer.
I mean, considering he spent like the last 600 years just sitting in an empty tomb guarding it, I think this is a lot more interesting than that was. At least here he can people watch.
At least for a short time, as they come in and then leave, after saying, "Hello, Shadrach. How's it going? Pardon me, we need to go."
You know what? I think you deserve a window. Like, does this room, does the summoning circle room have a window?
It does not. And you look around it, and then you realize a window would be a really bad idea for a teleportation circle that they're trying to keep secure.
Come on. We could put bars on it. Or for a permanent force cage. There we go. That way you can look out, but no one can come in.
You can disintegrate
point
a
is
force
that-
cage.
Knowing the symbol of the teleportation circle is what they're keeping it secure.
What you want to do is you want to make an illusion of the outside, some sort of like a permanent scrying orb or something like that from inside looking out.
Oh,
That'd
yeah.
be a better
maybe-
way to do it.
That's pretty expensive versus the option of just no window.
But yeah, this is Shadrach, though. He's awesome.
It's awesome.
He deserves being able to look outside.
So what you do is you get yourself a magical painting that shows an image of another place in town.
Let's say something like a scrying.
Yeah,
You
like
know,
it's crying. Oh, well, you know what? If he's basically in charge of security here, maybe we could set up some sort of a bunch of scrying sensors that, let him look all over the fortress and just make this into like a security station.
And then, like, one or two of them is just always showing particular taverns because they have sponsorship deals.
Yeah, I mean, Shadrach doesn't sleep, so... I mean, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just discussing all this like you're not even here, Shadrach. I was just
I
musing over the idea.
understand.
Yeah.
I mean,
You see,
th- I
this
mean,
is why
I think you should.
adventurers are
I think you
often-
should raise that to Basil's as a one, as a extra security feature for the fortress, and two, also so you're just not bored just watching people come through the summoning circle.
I would bother him, but he doesn't teleport out very often, and me being stationed here without a need for rest mandates that we don't engage very often.
Oh, you can call him. You're a blue coke, and a pretty important one too. You're guarding the summoning circle here.
Lady Rose, while I appreciate your attempt at flattery, I know my place.
Well, I don't, so I'm gonna talk to Basil anyways. I'll bring it up for you.
Very well.
Now you see, this is why adventurers are always pointed at problems, because as soon as point those problems as soon as possible, because if they don't have a problem directly in front of them, they tend to find one or more. The moment we finish purging a temple of demons, you've leapt to adding windows to a teleportation room.
Yeah, that's how we live our life.
I mean, Chad, I'm just saying, if I was stuck in this room 24/7, well, I mean, also, you do, I mean, just because you can stay here 24/7 without rest, doesn't mean you don't deserve breaks. I look over at Amer. Amer, do the Blue Cloaks have vacation days?
You know, that's a great question, as a matter of fact. If you take a look at my employment, it seems that most of my days are vacation days. To be fair, though, I don't get paid anyway. So, all of the money that I make patrolling on my days I do work just goes straight to the city's defense coffers. So, I made that agreement with Basil at the beginning, because the city needs it.
Maybe there should be a Blue Cloak union.
Well, when we retire from adventuring, I'll look into that, depending on how my life goes. If my life exists, if I exist. Hi, Hector.
Yeah, don't be afraid to bring up these issues, Shadrach.
Of course, sir. Ma'am.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Let's talk to Ronaldus. Let's see what's going on in town
Yeah.
before we go do our crazy existence.
Have a wonderful day.
You too, buddy.
Have a nice day, Shadrach.
All right. So, you guys can leave the Blue Cloak Citadel. Where are we going? What are we doing?
Now we're going to go to the docks and talk to Ronaldus.
Excellent. As you guys walk through town, it's a beautiful day. A little bit cold. The first cold front of the season has come through. Fall is fast approaching, and there's a cloudy sky. As you come to the docks, you do see Ronaldus Basil waiting on a ship to pull into the dock.
Hello, sir.
Ah, Lord Amer, Lady Rose, Lord Ricard, welcome, Lord Testerdinidae, and Brennan,
Don't
Sir
call me a
Echo.
lord. I don't want that kind of responsibility right now.
Well, I can't exactly call you by other names.
You could just do it in private. You know, we do have
I'm sorry.
ego.
Not like it's ever stopped you before.
Lord Testerdinidae.
I heard the rumor roaming kings in town.
I hadn't heard that. Of course, everything is fine. The city is secure. The riffraff are gone. Everything is as it should be. Isn't
Absolutely.
it, Sir Amer?
100%. I was just curious if you had any details. It's a beautiful day. We're doing our jobs.
Taxes have been collected from those who can afford it.
And besides, you know, the rumor of the roaming king, like if you're bringing like a large group of friends to town, that's a rumor you'd want to start to increase the quality of food at all the restaurants.
Indeed. What a scandalous thing that would be.
Well, it's just a rumor.
I mean, I don't know if Juan Carlos' food could get any better, to be honest with you.
Would someone lie about such a nobleman coming to Nausha? Not that we could possibly know who he is. For all we know, it could be that deckhand. Deckhand spits over the side.
Have you ever met him, Basil?
Well, not in person, I'm afraid. I've been close, within a mile or two, during combat.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes, we had a invasion of centaurs that made it all the way to the border of town. It was quite distressing.
Oh, the Corlin invasion, right.
Indeed.
And the roaming king took part. Was this after he became the king?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's been the king for several years now. But yes, it was approximately 4 years ago, during an incursion of centaurs that made their way into Nausha. He negotiated with their chieftain to please return back to Corlin proper without bloodshed.
And I'm guessing the negotiations fell through.
Well, there was bloodshed. You see, there were some hot-headed children who decided to engage with the centaurs and kill several of them. So, we had to deport the centaurs and punish the offenders.
Did you see the king?
Oh, I could have seen the king.
Ah, okay. So you don't know what he looks like?
I'm afraid not.
Ah. Well, I guess keep up the good work then.
Of course! I appreciate your vote of confidence in my capabilities as both a leader and an example to the people of Nausha of the way a mayor should be.
Oh, right. That reminds me.
Yes.
I need to talk to you about something. Remember how you said you owe us all a favor
Yes.
after the Vagradan egg incident?
Of course.
And
How could I be of
Aimer-
assistance?
yeah, Aimer wanted to be a blue cloak.
And
I-
yes.
I got invited from it.
Well-
But my favor is the defense of this town anyway. But go on.
I would like to call in my favor, Basil, if that's...
Truly?
I would...
How can the Blue Cloak serve such a magnanimous lady?
Well, I think it should be more feasible now that the Jososai have attacked Nausha. If at all possible, I would like Nausha to cease trade with Shu. Not immediately, of course, but within the next year, 6 months to a year.
Well, that's not something that I can simply demand.
course
However,
not, but
I
you
can
could-
put in an entreaty to the Roman king, to
You
the
could
government
politically-
proper.
You could politically advocate for it, and I think many townsfolk might be behind it because of the attack.
Perhaps
Yeah,
so.
A lot of luxuries do come here, so the richer folk might not. It might interrupt a lot of trade, and they might not be a big fan of that. A lot of political sway and the like.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm not saying. I'm just saying, I would consider the favor you owe me even if you advocated for that position, Basil, and used your magnanimous position in the city hierarchy to advocate for that policy.
Well, as long as you will allow me to divest my investments, I would be open to endorsing your position.
I mean, your money is your money. You can do whatever you want.
Yes, but I don't want to be accused of insider trading when I remove my assets from the shipping lanes.
Rose just says your secret's safe with me, Basil. All I want for you
It's
is
no
to
secret. I have open records.
all I want for you is to advocate for Nausha ceasing trade with Shu in the
That
future.
can be done.
And I would consider us even.
Very well. When the new mayor takes power, I will advocate to him that we end trade with the land of Shu.
Thank you. I appreciate
Of
it.
course, my lady. And he reaches
Yeah,
out
and
for your hand.
Oh yeah, she'll give it to him.
He kisses the back of your hand with a
Yeah, he's-
deep bow. His luxurious locks blow in the wind as he stands back up.
And
And
Rose
just to have
nods.
to have a fallback position, if you can't get a full ban, implementing a few tariffs here and there would at least do something.
I will speak with the dockmaster. Zvrad would be the one to implement the tariffs. I don't wish to have any perceived interest in such a thing. You see, I want to make sure that there is transparency in the way that Naoshi is run.
That's fair. Yeah.
I don't care as long as you push for it.
Thank you. Oh, excuse me. I have some riffraff I need to deal with. Excuse me! You there! Coming off the ship? I'm not sure you're the right type of people for Nausha. Explain yourselves.
I missed that. Remember when he did that to us?
I mean,
Wait, was he wrong?
No,
No,
No.
he wasn't.
Brandon's just pointing his arrow around the whole time.
Ricard's got like an incredulous look on his face, and his brow is furrowed. He's like, "Is that guy running for mayor?"
Who?
no, I think he's just. Well, he said, I don't know. I honestly, I've asked several times, and I still don't know how Nausha's government works.
Oh, it's the Roman king elects it. It's not like a voting or anything like that.
Okay, so there is an official who's put in place by the king.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Who is
just
it?
Been, as far as I know, no one's been there, which is why I've been rocking around saying to vote for me when I know there's no actual voting. It's been, let me tell you, quite hysterical.
Right. Oh, hold on. By the way, I need to. Wait, why is?
Yeah, and actually right now there's a sign in the sky that you guys will notice with your passive perception. And the skywriting for today is Blue Cloaks are accepting applications. You must be at least as cool as I am.
Amer looks at the side. He just smiles. He's just got a big old cheeky grin. And he goes, it's really good to be home. Ronaldo, I'll be at the consortium if you need me.
He waves at you as he's talking to a pair of individuals who are just getting off of a ship.
Well,
One of them being an Earth Genasi.
I mean, I just want to say he kept on making references to him having like the character of a mayor, and not wanting to be accused of insider trading and all this kind of stuff. So I think you got some competition, Amer.
I think he's just nobility, and he has the position of the head of the Blue Cloaks, which is a important position. So I think he's a lord or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But not necessarily in charge of the town. He just has pull. Like I said, this town's government really doesn't make much sense. Reston's government, I find to be quite lackluster, to be honest. But speaking of, Echo, may I see the Eye of Kydron? Why, sure, Rose. In fact, you can carry it forever. I don't want it anymore. Thank you, Echo.
That's
I appreciate
not how
that.
this works.
And then somewhere, Echo's head explodes. She will take the Eye of Kydron since we haven't used it today. I will peace bond myself, and I will attempt to use it.
Okay.
So here's the wisdom save. Fairly certain I pass.
Yes, with the 31. Absolutely.
And she is gonna say, hold on. Out of character. I'm sorry. I always get it confused. Is it the Wandering King or the Roaming King?
The Roaming King.
The Roaming King. Okay. Yeah. She's just gonna pull out the orb and just say the Roaming King.
All right, you're gonna pull out.
I hadn't even thought of that because I don't ever use the eye. So
You will look through the Eye of Kydron, and you will see a busy bazaar, and you roll a history check. Let's see if you recognize where this is.
My best roll.
With a 10, you don't know where this shopping district is.
Oh, it's not the one we go to very often. Okay.
Nope. This place is poor. It is people selling fruit for a copper.
Okay.
It's a poor man's shopping area.
It's like a farmer's market.
Yeah,
Like,
farmer's
actual-
market.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
People are just selling what they brought into town.
Like produce. Okay.
Yeah. Dried meats, produce, jars of honey, etc. Walking among them, there is a man dressed in simple clothes, and he's inspecting the various fruits and vegetables, and your vision follows this man. You don't understand how this could be the Roman king, but
Yeah, I can. He likes. I know he likes to disguise himself as a commoner.
yeah,
Like that's like everything I've heard about him says that like that is like his fact,
yeah.
in
That
fact,
is
I've
his
heard
favorite
almost
thing to do.
I've heard almost nothing else about him other than he does that.
Yep. So I do have the art for him, and we
Yeah.
get to go ahead and share that. And you may need to zoom out and back in on this, but there you go.
Okay, blonde beard, mustache. Okay.
That's
All right.
what you're seeing at the moment. As he's walking along and talking to the various people, asking about their day, and watching the guards fairly closely. You can tell that he's concerned for the way that the guards are treating the people in this area.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you gonna keep watching for 10 minutes?
Well, the thing I want to see is, can I tell if he's wearing a disguise, like aimer disguise, like an actual, like using a disguise kit, or is he
Roll an
just
insight
walking?
check.
Yep. That's what I want to see, just in case.
With an insight check of a 29, he is not wearing a disguise. He just doesn't look like he belongs as part of the government.
I mean,
He's got an adventuring bag. You can see he's got a potion on his belt there. He's just a dude.
I mean, depending. I mean, even if that was like a normal healing potion, that's still like a couple months worth of pay for an average person. So
Yep.
like, I mean, I guess adventurers are pretty common. Okay.
But you don't see
All right.
any weapons.
I mean, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Rose is just memorizing what he looks like.
Yep. If you
and
saw
then-
him on the street, you'd likely glance over him as a commoner.
I mean, he does have nice hair.
Yeah. You'd think Bubble
I mean-
Wizard for that.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. He has some pretty nice hair. Like, I mean, it's not basil hair, but like, it's still like pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
For the record, it's modeled after my hair when I have mine long.
I wish I had hair that looked that good. But yeah, Rose just keeps track, and then she just says to the others, he's in the farmer's market. I don't think we've
Well,
ever
okay.
actually been there.
To be fair, you do have long hair, it's just on the wrong side of your head.
What farmer's market? I don't think Nausha has a farmer's market.
Yeah, I mean, they sell more things than just magic items for people with no value of gold like us.
I mean, the place isn't that big. Is there a farmer's market here?
Now, forgive me if I'm wrong. I'm not from here, but isn't Nausha one of the biggest cities in Reston?
Yes.
Yes, I'm pretty sure they have a farmer's market, Amer. In fact, they probably have several. I'm not sure which one it is. But yeah, he's definitely here in the city. I recognize some of the buildings in the distance.
Yeah. Huh.
Oh well.
I mean,
We should probably. I mean, if that being said, we can go looking for him after we've divested of all the demony bits and all the silly things we found.
What do we need him for in general?
As you
Oh,
say
I-
that, a couple of people are walking past you, look at you weird.
I would very much like to speak to him.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, that's fair.
Well, something I'd like to suggest is that look at us, and we are adorned in gear of mighty magics and have the scars of epic battles upon our flesh. It would make someone stand out if the six of us just walked up to a normal looking person in public. So if you want to go talk to him, you're going to need to look a little less you.
I'm sorry, I can't look less fabulous. It's not possible.
It is hard to look less fabulous. I have to agree there.
Yeah, Rose is just nodding. Well, that being said, she despite being sarcastic, she actually, because her fine clothing is glamored to be able to change appearance. Her dress shifts and it turns into woolen pants and shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, no matter what I wear, I will look amazing, but I can't do anything about that.
Well, that's the other thing, Rose, is that how you carry yourself is as someone who has mastered their body and is perfectly comfortable in their own skin, which is not a normal state for pretty much everyone else. I mean, you barely make any sound when you walk. That's not normal.
The shoes help with that. Rose points to the boots of Elven Cost.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Like I
Yeah.
said,
It's fine.
you are
Like I
so
said-
used to your magical accoutrements that it does set you apart from a normal person.
That being said, I know what he looks like now. I'll find him.
Might I suggest, rather than trying to find and drag them into a conversation, simply have a letter sent to them requesting their presence at a restaurant where you can have some privacy?
But stalking him is more fun.
And you're thinking like an adventurer still.
No, I'm thinking. No, I'm thinking like an assassin.
Yeah, we're assassins, not more than we are adventurers.
No, so obviously what I have to do is I have to stalk him until he's alone or in somewhere relatively private, and then appear out of the shadows behind him. That is how I speak to him in privacy.
Now, bear in mind, if this individual is indeed the king of Nausha, and you
Reston.
have, say again?
Reston, the country is Reston.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Is the king of Reston? Do you think that there aren't also bodyguards near him at all times? One whose mastery of stealth might be greater than yours?
From what I understand, he's no weakling.
Indeed, but that's sort of the thing, is that when you have individuals of power such as us, bodyguards aren't there to protect you. They're there to protect the public from you if you get mad.
Okay.
I'm saying he's probably not actually alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so emerging from the shadows to confront him
You
is
just walk
not going
up to
to
him and
end
be
well
like-
for your objectives.
You just walk up and say, "Hey, buddy, how's it going? Do you have a moment to chit chat?"
Exactly.
You don't have to be like, "Hey, I know you're the Roman king. Hey, we need to talk. It's important."
And besides, I believe out of everyone here, I actually do have the right to speak to him. That me and Rickard. Anyways.
I certainly wouldn't mind speaking to him.
I don't really have a whole lot of reason to speak to him personally. I mean,
Don't worry about it. I know what he looks like now, and we have, like I said, demony bits to divest ourselves of.
so we're going to Judas then?
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, revolutions aren't cheap.
There are bombs.
No, they're not. It's really a shame.
No, it's probably better that way, to be fair. I mean, this is a world full of people like me. If bombs were cheap, do you think there'd be a world left?
Well, speaking of which, I did have a dark thought to put on the table.
Oh,
Something
I'm eager to hear
that-
it.
Yes. Now, I'm putting this on the table only in the interest of we should have every option on the table. If you're desiring to create regime change in Shu, significantly weakening it first by any means necessary may be necessary. And there is a certain flying beacon of chaos and destruction that you might be able to bait into attacking Shu.
Well, I'm not particularly interested in Shu.
Isn't Shu the place that you need to go get your kingdom back from?
No,
That's Bourbon. That's actually part of
Barbon.
Yeah, Bourbon is part of Bourbon is part of Reston.
So us talking to the king has to do with that particularly as well, which is why.
Okay, I had my
Yeah.
And
mixed up.
and the reason she was doing so, Rose nods and just says, "Oh, I'm not interested in harming Shu. The reason I want Nausha to cease trade with Shu is because Nausha and Bourbon are both the two nearest port cities to that country. If Nausha ceases trade with Shu, Bourbon in the immediate future, Bourbon will be, well, able to pick up the slack, and it'll be able to help the economy of the city I'm running."
Very well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once Shu's rebuilt, because a lot of Shu's ports have been destroyed because of well, half because of Agradan. Yeah. Shu, yeah.
He's just kind of strolling, saying you didn't hear any of that.
Yeah, well, it was a terrible place to grow up, so.
Well, now it's gone. Woo! Weaver says he keeps walking down the hall.
Cheap, I mean, now I think about it. Well, that's stuff to worry about in the future. I guess it doesn't really matter right now. Let's go make some money. Think about happier things.
I do like money.
I do like money. I like spending it more.
So we're gonna wander over to Judas' place.
All right, you guys go to Judas Intricacies and Oddities. As you guys come up to the bright orange building with clean glass windows, you can see her inside, currently sipping on some tea. As you guys walk in, you hear the bell jingle over the door and smell the apples and cinnamon candles. Good morning.
Is
How are you?
Borges also here?
Borges is here, yes.
Didn't he run off last time? I forgot what Rose told him that made him like run off. Oh shoot, what was it? I told him something, and he got like really
happening elsewhere.
Oh yeah, Sinluma. Like he was really interested in Sinluma, and he ran off.
That's right.
Yeah. So Borges is back.
Yep, Borges is
Okay.
here as well.
Hey, buddy.
I got after we had some stuff to peddle, then I need to have I'd like to have a couple words with you if you wouldn't mind, Borges. Just you and I.
Sure.
Well, part of it is me, part of it is I was talking to Sison. You know, the other ladron that wanders around here.
The green-haired guy. Good luck.
Yeah. Yeah, he said a couple things to me that I don't know how public they are, so I'd like to talk to you privately about them.
Sure.
But first, we shall peddle.
What are we peddling?
So, we
Yes.
put in the list here.
We have a lot of stuff we think you might be interested.
And only some of it's on the same magical item list. So.
Oh, did we identify the necklace of prayer beads?
No, I can do that right now, actually.
I'm assuming it's a necklace of prayer beads, but it might be a different kind of necklace of prayer beads, so who knows?
Well, before I identify it, so let's see. We have the Ring of Earth Elemental Command.
You might want to keep that. Like, might want to use it. That's just might be really useful. Because we never know when we might want to move through rock.
Do you have an attunement slot and the sacrificing of an earth elemental and all that jazz to go with it?
Well, it just says you have to slay one. I could just conjure
Yeah,
one.
he can just he can just conjure one. We can kill it.
That's gonna help one person. I mean, like we can keep it, but you were wanting to sell it before, if I recall.
Yeah, but then I was thinking, castles are made of stone, and that thing lets you move through stone, which might be handy.
So are you gonna try to go through Bourbon by yourself?
No, but like, there's tactics, you know, like, I don't know, having a giant, massive bomb, diving through the ceiling, dropping it, and then diving through the floor before anyone could act, you know.
I'm not. That doesn't work like that. I remember looking at the Ring of Earth.
I'm pretty sure it does. It lets you move through stone, just pass through stone, as difficult terrain. And Rose is fast enough to do that.
Yeah, I thought I'd make sure. If you slay an Earth Elemental while attuned to, so you have to attune to the ring and slay an Earth Elemental.
Yeah.
You can move through solid Earth. It's for difficult terrain. If you end their turn there, you are stunted out to the nearest unoccupied space. You can't actually end your turn in rock.
Yeah, but I'm not going through the walls. You know, the walls might be really thick. The floor and roof, or, you know, of the floors of the castle, probably not that thick. So she could, so as a, you know, tactic, she could go through the floor or the roof of, you know, from the second floor down to the first floor, drop the bomb, and then go from the first floor to like the basement or whatever. You know, it's just an idea. You know, she would like to keep the ring.
If you want to keep the ring, sure. Here, you can have it, and he hands it to you.
Okay,
I
like,
guess never mind.
I know we could probably sell this for a lot, but it might come in handy. So I just want to hold on to it for the time being.
That's perfectly fine. It's now deleted off my character sheet. It's now your responsibility.
Why? It's not cursed, is it?
No. I'm aware of. So, okay, we have, let's see, we have the prayer beads. We have, that's my ink and my paper. The necklace of fingers was just literally a necklace of fingers.
It's a
wasn't it?
necklace of fingers.
Yeah, he puts that, he's like, oh, I forgot I had that. Do we have any need for a +2 plate armor? It's going in the shipping container.
Yeah, as neat as that would be, and as tested, they could technically wear that to get higher armor class.
You can't. I don't think turtles can wear any armor, actually.
Can they?
Hmm.
I'm sure
No.
they could.
They can
Yeah.
wear armor, but they just have to choose between
Yeah,
their
they're,
Can they?
gel AC
Yeah.
or their armor AC.
yeah, it doesn't stack
Yeah.
with their inbuilt AC.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought I remember reading that couldn't even wear it, but man, yeah.
Like I could wear that. That would actually jump my AC 3 points.
Do you want it then?
Yeah.
Today looks at like the thick armor. It's like, ah.
Are you strong enough to walk in it?
Oh, good point. No, I'm not.
That's the other thing. I played a character with low strength. I regretted all of it. But so yeah, no. If you want it, you can have it, Tetsu. But
Oh no, I would not be able to move.
I mean, if you're worried about defense, yeah, I think you can commission
actually,
Charnellen
actually-
to make some mithril plate.
and actually, you can not wear armor. It says you can't wear light, medium, or heavy armor. But if you're using the shield, you can apply the shield's bonus as normal.
Okay, yeah.
Oh wow, they actually can't wear armor. Wow.
I had to check for my own mind because I was like, I'm pretty sure they can't because I made a turtle cleric once.
Uh,
Oh wow.
My own sanity. All right. We have the Nightbringer mace. Oh, keeping the
No,
candle temple.
it's
her-
saying that you can't use his shell AC if you're wearing armor, right?
No,
No,
it-
it actually says it.
you can't wear
Yeah,
light,
yeah.
medium, or heavy armor.
Yeah, I can copy paste it right here.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy.
It's a trade-off.
Yeah, it's right off. So you have it's nice in the early game, but man, does it hurt later. Eric offsets that with the magical clothes, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
But outside of that, I was looking at that like, man, like it hurts past like level 5.
Yeah, but not having to wear armor means that you could just lay down at the end of the day. You don't got to get in and out of it. Armor is not comfortable.
Yeah. Can't
let's
move
see.
around it at all. I don't understand how you guys fight in that stuff.
I wear light armor. It's nice. Does anyone else? I'm looking through my list. Anyone else have anything they want to add to the pile?
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what I need.
See, there was the shock sword.
Are we keeping that? Or are we selling that?
I don't need it.
I mean, I could use it. I'm proficient in martial weapons. I mean, but The only
You
time when I need to use it would be an anti-magic field, and then it stops being a shock sword.
All right, so I'm gonna throw the shock sword on
Yeah.
you then.
I mean, yeah, it just
Yeah.
depends. Do you want a backup weapon, Testu, just in case someone gets close
Oh.
to you?
I've got my Warhammer.
Okay. Then yeah, we can sell it then.
All right. Do
Brenda's
you
got a
think-
bunch of animal parts. I don't know if she wants that.
She might. We'll talk to her about
yeah,
that.
yeah, we have to ask. Would you be interested in buying demon parts, or would that be something we have to sell to like?
That's quite distasteful. You may want to speak with Lotley Nellen.
Right.
Or Leslie.
Okay.
What does Lotley Nellen do?
That's her
She's a
Nellen's
leather
daughter.
worker here in town.
Oh, I thought it would be like a alchemical thing that they'd be interested in. I don't know.
I'm just
I don't know
saying,
anything.
You talk to Leslie. She's usually into that kind of stuff. I got some crazy demon acid. Are you interested in that at all?
I could use some acid for the shop, of course.
This is more than just your average acid. This came from a giant centipede snake demon.
How terrifying.
Brennan will give you his vial too to get rid of.
What sets it apart?
It seems
It's
to
from a-
burn. It seems to burn far more than regular acid does. I don't
It's
quite know.
acid from an Arnotzi. Arnoski? Arnoski.
I couldn't pronounce it. That's why I just went with
Please roll your persuasion check.
Okay.
Yeah,
Persuasion.
because I'm pretty sure despite being from a Arnoski, it's still a normal
Yeah,
acid.
it's the same.
All right,
It's
so
still
with the
just acid.
27, she will give you twice the value of the acid.
I think that's still like just 25 gold or something.
Yeah.
Like that. It's not that much. It's not much.
I was about to say.
He's
Otherwise,
being nice.
hold on.
He
We
knows.
can always talk to Farboiler. He might be able to do something crazy with this acid. Actually,
I mean, I don't know. I rely on everyone else's expertise when it comes to matters like this. I don't know what stuff's worth.
all right,
Well, you could take the acid and contain it within very small metal spheres and throw that in front of your foes if they're chasing you.
that's what I mean. Like, Farboiler is good at that kind of stuff. So
Because then they'd be tripping on acid.
it would be. It's a good time. Keep in mind my Remora spine. You don't have any pressing need for Remora spine, do you?
No, I'm afraid not.
No, you don't need to be afraid now. I was just curious. It's totally doing.
Yeah, Judith,
not
you should
crazy
know.
things to
Yeah, nothing to be afraid of with us.
All right, so my list here then, since Rose took the rings, I have the prayer beads of Thale, which I didn't actually identify.
Yeah, you should identify those because I think all of them are different.
All right, then I'll cast identify as I pull it out of my haversack.
Okay. They are prayer beads.
Prayer beads of Thale. Plus 2 plate armor, the Nightbringer mace, and the shock sword. I don't think we got anything else too crazy since last time we were here.
Yeah, it was mostly monster parts.
We can go
But
one
the prayer beads, I guess it depends on what spells are in the beads. Because I mean, isn't that random?
I can't say.
Yeah. Prayer beads, necklace of prayer beads. This has all 6 of them on there.
Holy shit!
Oh, one of each. Nice.
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, planar ally is a pretty good spell.
We have that. We have planar Tetsu.
Well, yeah, but like you can do it again. Also, Windwalk is also pretty handy, and the restorations. But
Oh yeah, I mean, if that's a functioning neck of prayer beads and I can use it, I can use that for great great benefit for the party.
I get a religion check from Tester today.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's a matter
it's
of
not
can
your
I use
god,
it.
but I don't know,
This is the
You're-
fail one.
fail or fail.
So with the 26 Tester today, unless you're a worshiper of the god, the prayer beads are useless to you guys.
Oh,
Mhm.
But the money is out the Wazoo. That's but good calculator out here, boys.
That's too bad. If
Yeah, I'm just picturing like an Anwa set of prayer beads where you get to cast powerful magics, but you don't get to pick what it's casting at the time. It's like whatever Anwa thinks would be funny at the moment.
Oh wow!
For the record, you're not getting the 128,000 gold for it.
So, I was thinking a half price. I mean, even a half price.
You're going to get 4,000 gold per bead.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
All right, so then I'll put
Which is still 24 grand.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. So +2 plate armor is what?
That's a really strong item because it lets you cast planar ally and windwalk once per day.
I mean, it's there's a reason it's 128,000 gold.
Oh.
But no one here is fail. So it's 6,000 for the armor. I don't know, and so it's 20. It's 30 if you include the prayer breeds, the Nightbringer mace, and the shock sword.
Okay.
Nightbringer is not on here on the list.
It's not, but she will give you another 20,000 gold for that.
Okay, and the shock sword.
The shock sword is 1,000 gold.
Really?
Yeah.
That's just
Frostbrand? A Frostbrand is like 1,000?
Frostbrand's like 2K. Frostbrand's actually pretty cheap.
Yeah, they're real cheap.
Yeah, because it's like just plus 1d6.
Yeah, and that
They're
does
really not-
cold plus slashing. This is just the lightning damage.
Oh, it's just 1d8 lightning damage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's all it does.
Interesting.
You know what?
Interesting.
Then at least if it's not a physical blade, if it's just lightning, then you may as well keep that for
I'll keep that actually. Yeah, so we'll do 50K and keep the shock sword.
Okay.
Now the question is, if you swing the shock sword, does it do more damage if you make the appropriate mouth noises when you're swinging it?
You may get inspiration if you do that enough.
Okay. So
Ooh, it does make a very pleasant hum when you swing it.
Wow, wow.
Uh-huh.
Wow, wow, wow.
Oh gosh, I'm picturing using it to cook food.
everyone gets 8,333 gold.
Who gets the extra copper? Well, let's fight for it.
And then there's like 3 silver, and 3 copper for each person, and then the extra one of each is going to the poor people of Nausea to feed them.
His mayoral gift to the people is 1 copper piece.
No, he's giving a lot more. I'm just saying that's what the extra gold is. So no one can find it.
Sure it is.
I'm putting it in the charity pot.
So magnanimous of you, sir.
Yeah.
A percentage of proceeds will go.
Yeah, percentage of proceeds will go.
By the way, Ricard, did you see my answer to the question you sent before I hit it?
Yes, I did.
Just making sure.
Can you type out the amount of gold that we're getting?
Let's see it.
I think it was 833333333 forever.
Yep, 8333.
Did not actually go through. Stupid thing. I did. This is all 2 things. And so Amer's
Thank you.
gonna be like, Borges, if you a moment.
Of course. Excuse me, Judith. Pardon me. Yeah. Well, what can I do for you?
And so Amer will kind of drag Borges off a little bit away, just because he's like, so I was talking to Sison a little bit, and it led me to a concern. He told me that you're aware of a suit of armor that protects against Vagardan's breath.
Wait, what?
I'm aware of the existence of one, yes.
I'm not going into the nitty-gritty of it. I'm curious, and from what I'd heard, the person who slayed Vagardan died because of that breath. So I was curious about the existence of the armor. I'm wondering which is true here.
Oh, yeah. You see, armor wasn't involved in the death of Vagardan. But if there's a suit of armor that would protect someone from Vagardan's breath, it would be the suit of chromatic protection.
That Anne-Marie Rosie made?
Well, it was kept in the library. He didn't make it. You see, another dragon did. But at the
Yes.
time, he wasn't exactly a dragon. You've heard the name.
Yeah.
The wizard Sageos did, yes.
Wizard? Listen, I didn't even know he was a wizard. Sison didn't tell me all of that. We only talked briefly. I just wanted to clarify what I heard because certain things didn't add up.
Oh no. You see, Sageos deceived Emery Rosie while staying at the library and researched the various elemental protection armors that Emery Rosie had collected. They're on display there at the Grand Library now.
Well, they weren't there when we were there, but it's been a wild ride since we resurrected him and inadvertently made him a god.
I mean,
You
if
made
it's a setup-
Amy a god.
That's what. So Amer's talking away from everyone else.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, we're not
So
there.
because part of this was he wasn't sure how much he was supposed to say from what he heard from Sison.
Gotcha.
uh,
Sorry.
Yeah. It was by we I mean Echo did.
Well, I don't know what to say.
I was just more letting you know in general. I'm curious about this armor because since Vagradan is essentially our fault this time around, it's our responsibility to take care of him. That's one of my last things that I intend to make sure gets done.
I understand.
So,
You know that everyone that was there died, right? When Vagradan was slain, he erupted. It wasn't just the wielder of the Star Shatterer that died. The entire party was completely wiped out in the resultant explosion.
yeah, you see, I didn't know that. That's why I was part of it was coming for hearing about the armor.
Well, if you can get it back from Sageos, it'll protect you from everything that he can do. But getting that armor from Sageos is going to be quite a feat.
Well, it sounds like the Sison and his crew are planning on dealing with that one.
Yeah, in fact, did you know that they're going to be asking for help here in a few days?
Well, if I'm in town, I guess.
Really? Oh wait, I'm
No.
not there. Shit.
Yeah.
Sorry. I keep forgetting.
If we're in town, I'm sure we will. More than happy to lend a hand. I know Brennan has a personal feud there, and I need to make sure all my affairs get wrapped up, and that's one of them. So when the call goes out, I'm sure at least some of us will tag along.
Well, I intend to be there myself. I kind of owe them a little bit. So, I'm going to be going to the Blue Cloak Citadel and teleporting over near them at the rendezvous point when they go to assault Akeda.
Well, just leave the coordinates with Shadrach, and we'll tag along.
That sounds good. A friend of mine, Skias Cross, is supposed to be making his way there.
Oh, Skias, he's still alive?
Of course.
Huh. We left him in what was it? Inland Point. God, months ago.
From what I understand, he's made his way down to Grindavik.
He really gets around, considering we didn't even leave him with the boat, and the town was full of demons still. He wanted to stay. But
He's quite the wily individual.
But I guess so. If he made it through there, that was not a fun place to be.
That's what I heard.
One last thing I had question-wise is, I believe your guild in creating, for all intents and purposes, magical wares.
I dabble, yes.
I have something. I'm an idea I'm putting together here. If we live through Sageos, I might hit you up to see if it's feasible or not. Even it's a
Wow.
little. Amer pauses for a moment. I guess you could say it's a little unnatural.
Okay.
Not in like the weird undead sense or anything like that, but I don't think anything exists like it in that sense.
Well, I'm curious as to what that might be.
Well, once I have the ideas here, I'll send you a paper bird.
Okay. Just don't get me in trouble with Judith.
If anything, I'll be the one getting in trouble, but it's nothing. It's nothing terrible. World ending. I don't think Judith will be mad. I just want this be between you and I.
I don't keep any secrets from Judith.
I mean, that's fine. I meant in general. You can tell Judith anything you want. I mean, we're still in the shop. I'm still in the zone of truth.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
If I meant to be, shicey, I would ask you to go outside.
Right.
But that's all, Borges. Thank you.
Of course.
I didn't want to spill your stories and secrets out in the open for everyone to hear because they're yours, not mine.
Appreciate that. You're a good guy. You know that.
I'm not, but I do appreciate it anyway.
No matter what you think about yourself, Amer, you're a good guy.
Anne-Marie Rosie said something similar to me, and I just kind of laughed it off too. And we'll see how this goes.
Amy's pretty smart. If you're dealing with Amy, you're in good hands.
I mean, we went to his new temple.
Yeah, that's gonna go to his head, I'm sure.
It hasn't yet. The Endless Pinnacle's nice. He still likes to hang out there mostly, it seems.
If you ever go... Nah, never. Don't worry about it.
Well, you ever need a favor, you never need anything, you just let me know, Borges. You've always been real to me, and I appreciated it.
Look, if you ever go up the pinnacle, next time you're there,
Yeah?
there's a certain rock. If the wind's blowing just right, you can pee clear off the side.
I might be able to outdo Brennan.
Give it a try.
Oh, thank
Brennan
you.
looks around. He hears,
It's like his ears are burning talking about peeing.
yeah.
Thanks, Marcus. I appreciate your time.
Sure thing. All right.
And
So
Amer wanders back.
wander back towards Judith.
And he goes, well, I got some plans for us to discuss later. We're going to be in town the next few days.
I trust that you and Borges aren't up to anything too nefarious.
No. It's just I was given some information, and I didn't know how public it was since it wasn't mine. It was a story Borges had told, and I didn't want to just be open about someone else's business when it came to a personal nature like this.
Well, Borges tells many stories.
This one's a little bit more pertinent to the current affairs.
Sweetgrass Rose has a perception of a 39.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot getting past Rose, to be fair.
Yeah, guys, you wonder why Eric sets high DCs? It's because of things like that.
You mean it's because I can roll a 65 sleight of hand?
Yes.
And go back to 3rd edition with numbers like that.
I didn't realize when I made a Psy Rogue how dumb they were, okay? I thought Psy Blades are really cool. And
I worked really hard to get my perception that high, okay?
But yes,
God, I would not want my perception that high. Imagining noticing so many details all throughout the day. It's just gonna burn out your brain.
Pretty much. But Amer goes to Judith and goes, well, if we were trying anything really nefarious, I would have done it outside, not within all your zones of truth here.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You guys have always been good to us. I'm not gonna ruin that good faith we have.
I appreciate it. It'd be terrible for us to have a sour relationship.
Yes. I kind of like Nausha and you guys, and I hope that maybe one day I'll be able to actually settle down here. I don't think it'll ever happen, but one day.
I've never actually spoken a lie in here. I'm kind of curious. My name is Aimer. She's gonna try to say
it
that.
comes
Let's
out as
see what-
Sweet August Rose.
You can't fight it. There's no DC.
No DC.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But given how strong Judith is, it probably isn't. There normally is, but
Nope. It is impossible to lie inside the shop,
Even to yourself.
even to yourself.
oh, should we go see Lotley and get rid of some of these various parts? I want to see Fireboiler too. But actually, maybe Jimmy's the one I want to talk to.
All right.
I mean, yeah, if we can sell these demon parts.
Yeah.
Cool. We
Thanks,
can
Judith. I
have
appreciate
a nice
it.
day. And you guys
And
can
just
head on
one,
out.
one thing I like to do before leaving the
Oh,
magic
yes.
shop. So Tessadinde is rummaging through a bin of common magical items, and he finds a scrub brush of elaborate carvings. Speaking the command word on the handle, the brush animates and begins circling behind him while scrubbing his thick shell. And Tessadinde's eyes roll back in his head for a moment with his jaw hanging slack, as tortoise shells are actually covered in nerve endings and are quite sensitive to touch. Turning to snag it out of the air, he quietly steps up to the counter to purchase it.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna regret this. All right, she will sell it to you.
What is it?
It's a
Back
it's a
scratcher?
Tortolan back scratcher. It
Okay.
only works on Tortolans, but it's a Tortolan back scratcher.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's a difference between magically cleaning yourself and a good scrubbing.
Yep. All right, so that's going to cost you 10 gold.
He pays it gladly.
Okay. Have a wonderful day, and I do hope that it serves you well.
Oh, it will. It will.
She smiles. Have a wonderful day, and here, take this, and she's going to provide you with some shell oil.
We will very gladly take it, as he's probably showing a few cracks from all the stress and, getting firebolt, lightning bolt, acid sprayed, mucus globbed.
Is that like the car wax?
Yep. Turtle wax. All right. So,
Go wander over to Lotley.
going over to Lotley Nellen's place. Awesome. As you guys walk by, you do see Char Nellen standing outside of his shop, holding court with all of his customers. You walk past it towards the leatherworking shop. As you get there, the door is open, and Lotley Nellen is inside.
Hi, Lotley.
Oh, hi. She puts a backpack back on a shelf. She was about to leave.
We'll be quick. We have a number
She
of.
smiles and winks at Sweet August Rose.
Huh?
For a high perception check, she's kind of oblivious sometimes.
It'd be like that.
Can I get a insight check, Sweet August Rose?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Cool.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
something
we
along
have-
the lines of the fact that Amer said he was going to be quick.
Yeah, no. No, he got it on his own. He decided to ignore it.
Yep.
He doesn't really want to get into innuendos with Charnellen's daughter.
No.
So that's why he's choosing his time, and he'll be very crass outside of Nausea, but he tries to mostly behave himself when he's not in the Longstrider Consortium.
Right.
Because we have a number of various parts of demons.
Oh, really?
Yes,
It's been a while
actual
since I
demon
had
parts.
some new parts. What do you have?
Well, we have a couple mandibles.
Oh,
And
joy. Let's see.
The two giant mandibles out of pulling a 10-foot pole out of a bag of holding.
Yeah, Rose opens the bag of holding and just like, it's like, when a clown pulls out a scarf and it just keeps coming out.
Hold
like,
on.
yeah,
I'll
hold
put it
on.
in-
Better
Yeah,
yet,
yeah.
pulling it
Rickard,
out
help
like
me
it's
with this.
Mary-
This thing's heavy.
It's like Mary Poppins' bag.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, dear.
And then,
That's quite the member.
Yeah, and then.
Right. I put stuff in chat, guys.
Yeah. And then Brennan puts down all of his teeth and claws and stuff like that.
Okay.
These are actual incorporated demon. We managed to pilfer them while their corpses were still there.
These are very impressive. You're quite the great hunters. I heard that you hired the best demon slayer in all of Toivoa. Obviously, they're right.
Good work.
Like looking around.
Rose looks at Brennan and just says, "Yes, the best, the absolute best."
Big smile.
So that's going to be, you guys are going to gain 1,300 gold for the Ferocity Dimidand claws. The Udak teeth and 10 claws, those are going to be worth a total of 3,800 gold. And the 5 gizzard stones are worth a total of 30,000 gold. The two mandibles, she's going to give you for 10,000 gold each.
I don't know. Make something cool out of those, like a spear or something. I don't know.
Are we dividing all this up, Brennan? No, you did a number of the work here. Don't want to assume.
Yeah, we are making something cool out of them. Large piles of money.
Yeah, no, we're dividing it evenly. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I just want to make sure, buddy, because I'm not about to hear.
Brennan, it's just give him arrows. He doesn't need that money.
Mechanically, these would be gemstones, but it's the value of the gold.
Yeah.
If we were playing in-person game, I would hand you the gemstones because I actually have a series of gemstones in a box with all the gold coins and everything to go up to, I think it's like 400,000 gold in just gold coins and then silver and everything. But I go up to like 4 million if you go into the gemstones.
You wouldn't believe how many banks Eric had to rob to get that golden, all those golden gems. Yeah.
I went out and bought bulk washers and spray painted them gold.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I spray painted a whole bunch of washers gold, and then I went and got that cracked acrylic glass, right, for pottery. Those are my gemstones.
See,
Awesome.
Back in first edition, back before the internet was in color, I would take jewelry catalogs and like cut out pictures and like, okay, here's the ring you got here, and here's the necklace you got there.
That's awesome.
Yep. Absolutely a thing.
Thank you, Watley. I greatly appreciate doing business here. I told you we weren't going to take too long.
Right. I appreciate that. Looks like I'm going to have to put off adventuring for another day.
You're an adventurer?
Well, a friend of mine asked if I could go and help them out.
Oh.
And, well, I was about to. Now
Well,
I've got a lot of work to do.
Well, I apologize for inconveniencing you like that, but make sure you stay safe. I don't want to see what happens if you get hurt and your dad goes on a rampage.
Oh, he's going to be joining me on my trip.
Oh, that actually makes it feel a little better.
Oh.
Yeah,
Father,
my friend
daughter.
Tati asked for a little bit of help.
Auntie did, huh?
Isn't she that Shatter Kai that travels with Saphira?
Yes.
And the like, yeah.
Oh, are they asking you for help with the whole dragon thing?
Yeah. Figured it would be a good opportunity to get some rare resources.
Not wrong.
So
Oh
you're
yeah,
gonna Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was say, I meant to mention in about 3 days, Borges is also going to be teleporting to assist them in the fight against the Gaos for anyone who's interested. I told him that if I was in town, I was going to go help. And he's going to leave the teleportation coordinates with Shadrach.
Wait. Well, should we help them?
Well, I know Brennan is, it's something Brennan wants to deal with as well.
Out of character, you may have the opportunity to help them, because that's probably going to be a raid during the holidays.
Yep.
Oh,
So, I know Brennan wants to, and I want to help Brennan, and I do old Borges a thing or two.
Yeah, There's going to be one of 2 raids happening during the holidays. Last year we did Tiamat. This time we're going to do something different. And it's going to be either the Spirits and Fellowship's assault on Bourbon, or it's going to be the Trainwreck's assault on Ikeda.
I can get things ready that fast.
We'll see.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Rose nods and just says, I have contracted their group to help me. It would make sense if I could help them. Well, one, I would very much like it if they survived. In fact, I'm kind of depending on it. So, if we can help them, I think that's something we should do.
I'm slightly concerned about me and Saphira being in the same place at the same time.
I am too.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, if the 2 of you were like alone, maybe. But I mean, Amer, despite all the the claims you make, you actually don't have that bad decision-making skills.
That's only because I'm tired of dying. Like I feel like my existence is slowly fading away.
I mean,
And so I'm feeling a bit more living a bit more pertinent for the probably short time I have left to live.
like, I know you take pride in being a force of chaos, but honestly, I've never found you to be that chaotic. I think you're actually quite sensible.
Lately I have been, yes, mostly again because I'm not into wanton murder, and my urge to live is outdone my
You okay?
my wanting. Yeah, I said something in my throat. My wanting of pure chaos. So chaos lives when I get to live.
Maybe there's a way we could reset your counter.
Well, I'm not too worried about it. Between Bourbon, Vagardan, and Keltris, the likelihood of me living in general is so slim that I'll worry about that then.
Makes sense.
It's a matter of, do you want to add years to your life or life to your years?
Both.
I want to have a life, and not just be reabsorbed back into oblivion.
Maybe
Living a life right now.
Yeah.
For right now, yes. I'm going to try to extend that as long as I can.
Maybe there's a way we could find a. I mean, we don't really know how all that dream stuff works. I mean, maybe if he dies, you're free, for all we know.
That's one thing I'm hoping to find knowledge about. I was planning to talk to Mr. Verm in our stay here. See if he had any knowledge about that.
I mean, he is very smart.
I didn't want to worry Judith or Borges about that specifically either, so I didn't bring it up to them.
Right.
But yes,
Well,
there's a lot on my mind in that regard.
I think you're gonna be fine.
I don't. But you know, I'm not ready to go out with a bang yet. If I know my death is actually imminent, then we will see what chaos really is. But until then, I just want to be alive, man.
It's a good thing to want.
Oh, sorry for trauma dumping on you here, Lolly. We'll leave you to your business. Thank you.
Absolutely. You have a wonderful rest of your day. You've given me a lot of work to do.
And Tessitane is going to put a claw on Amer's shoulder and say, if you ever want to let out more of it, I'm here to talk. If you want to have it come out, in a tavern rather than in a dungeon.
Well, I mean, one of the next dungeons, it's going to come out whether I want it to or not. Because Zoran Kalchis is going to be in Bourbon.
Yeah. I mean, he is bound to be our ally, though.
I guess you haven't spent as much time in the Feywild as I have, Rose.
Well, no, I mean, as soon as Cervantes is dead, he's gonna. I mean, if I was him, I would absolutely turn on us.
So you have to think about this. With all the time I've been wandering the material plane, how much power have I absorbed? Remember, him helping us, if he got all of my strength added on to his as well, he'd still be helping us, maybe even to a greater amount without breaking his word.
Can he do that? Can he just like eat you?
He was definitely trying to abduct me when we were talking to that lunar sorceress. So, I'm assuming so. He hasn't sent out his assassins to kill me, which means that my death directly would not benefit him.
Well, as long as you're with the rest of us, I don't think he can capture you as long as we're on the material plane.
Well, we can hope that. The Chaos of Bourbon is going to be an interesting thing.
Yeah. Well,
That's what I'm worried about. It's not the rest of it. Like, I don't think he's going to do something so dumb as to try to abduct me in Nausea or any major city here. That would not work out very well for him in general. Because remember, I came across him when we were in Ryport, and he didn't try then.
well, yeah. I mean, he didn't talk much about it, but he just had a conversation with you, and then, I mean, you were kind of shaken up after the whole deboning thing.
Well, yeah, he watched the reboning thing. He was actually in the Temple of Emkel when it happened.
Oh, I see.
And so he kind of made little snide remarks about that. And then when I went to attack him, he plane shifted out.
Yeah, maybe we should go talk to Mr. Verm. I mean, it sounds like we're in a situation where we need as much info about how this Archfade dream stuff works.
I mean, the being in a dream incarnation. I imagine it's similar to something like a clone or a simulacrum, except far stronger, considering I recover everything when I wake up after trancing.
Maybe he just dreamed you into existence the way beholders are created.
That's the thing. So I'm pretty sure that is what happened to some degree, and but considering he's still an archfey, and I potentially have a large chunk of his power, I'm pretty sure he wants that back. Otherwise, he'd just let me run around and do my own thing.
Well, the Fae always want interesting things to happen. And so, like, personally, when dealing with the Fae, I found that a good way to ensure that they're not going to just turn on you the moment the pact is over is to have a big party planned. Because, Seelie or unseelie, the Fae have very strong feelings towards anyone who ruins a party.
I've never known Zoran Kalchis to be much of a party guy. He's that guy who goes to Tanya's court and stands back in the corner and looks broody because no one wants to interact with him.
He is a jerk.
He barely
Right.
tolerated. I mean, like, even when I went on his behalf, I was barely tolerated. When we went there and spoke to Queen Tanya, I was freaking out because I'm surprised she talked to me at all.
Yeah, she didn't mention anything about this Fae stuff while we were there.
Yeah, that's I still don't know really why. She has her own agenda as well, of course, but she only barely tolerates Zoran Kalchis. So it's probably gonna be messy.
Listen, Amber, if any Dream Eater is going to gobble you up, it's going to be me. Okay, so if I'm around, I'm going to protect you from him.
Oh,
He's mine.
I want to say that makes me feel warm and tingly, but I still don't particularly want to be consumed unless it's by a large orc woman. But that's neither here nor there.
I mean,
Well, I
we
also really enjoy your company, so I'm not hungry enough yet.
Okay. At least I haven't had to butcher any assassins in a while, so that's always nice.
we haven't gotten attacked by assassins in a long time. It's been at least what, 3? We were in Suwa last time it happened.
I mean, at this point, it'd have to be someone like like, what? I can't remember his name off the top of my head now. Like Leandro. It had to be someone very powerful to have the money to afford to hire an assassin against us. I mean,
Oh, Leandro.
when you're like, hey, will you go assassinate this group of people who just murder ancient dragons and laugh as they walk away? That's gonna. I'd take the job, but it had to pay really, really well.
Yeah, all 6 of us at once would be pretty difficult. I mean, if one of you were separated, that wouldn't be too bad.
Even if I were separated, they'd have to have countless countermeasures to deal with any one of us. You can teleport through shadows. I can go invisible. I can teleport. I can command them to leave me alone. There's a number of. We're very diverse when we have our powers, so most people would be pretty dumb to either send their best. Let's put it this way: we fought the McCain brothers, and we lived through it. And given their reputation, what are they gonna do? They're still alive too. So most assassins are probably thinking, well, I have to be on par with the McCain brothers to be able to handle them.
So if he sent an assassin after you, and the assassin was able to just kill you, that doesn't sound interesting. That sounds boring, and no Fey Lord would be satisfied with a boring end to a problem.
He has sent plenty of assassins after me.
Yes, but were those assassins much of a threat, or were they just flavoring?
From what I know of his assassins, none of them would be a threat to me right now.
Yeah, it feels like there used to be more of them around. You're right.
They were. I remember having them scouting around, and they were all around. But even for Keltris to send assassins at me, he had to send pretty much his entire command structure as a team with all of them. And I'm wondering if he could do that, I suppose. But again, it would be. I think at this point he wants me alive, not dead.
Well,
so
could he have been sending them to toughen you up?
It's possible. I only found out about actually basically being his incarnate, like 2 weeks ago? You spend 120 years wandering the material plane, and it could be a lot of things.
Well, while there are a lot of negative things that can be said about him, we should keep all options on the table and include all perspectives. It could be that you are functionally his child.
It could be. And it also could be that we're going to have a functional case of patricide when I see him again.
Yet again.
I had a wonderful relationship with my father.
I did in my memories that probably aren't real. Definitely did not with Zoran at all. So,
I'm thinking of that Metalocalypse clip where all of them are complaining about their dads, and then Nathan's like, "What are you guys talking about? My dad's great, fucking awesome."
Oh yeah, once the world is saved, I'm taking whatever's left of us, and you're coming to one of my family reunions, getting to meet my folks. Like my dad's a retired merchant who is weirdly into woodworking.
Oh, if I'm alive after all of this, then I will come along just to experience it. Now, I give you very low odds on that, but, if I'm still alive, why not?
You're too pessimistic, Gamer. I don't think you're gonna die again.
There's a lot of large battles, and, I didn't know if I told you this part, that everyone who slayed Vagrodan died.
Well,
I don't think I mentioned that one.
That's because they weren't us.
Well, I suppose that's true.
Eric
Here-
wincing as he looks at Vagradin's sheet and sees the D1 like D2 1000 force damage explosion when Vagradin dies.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Just saying, it's bad.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. I don't think it's force damage anyway. I believe it's some sort of necrotic fire. But the reason I say that is apparently there is armor that can resist that.
Really?
And one option is perhaps shoving him into a demi-plane right before the final strike.
He's
we-
too big.
Can we
There's
make
no
a 3-mile long demi plane?
yeah. There's no
Not-
way.
Not necessarily one that Echo could create, but if we keep our eyes out, there might be magics out there that have access to such a place.
Maybe I should just jump into a demi planer before he dies. I mean, I'll put myself in my bag of holding.
If only we had a giant sphere of annihilation.
I don't know if that'd be fast enough.
I'm just kidding.
If only we still had the giant sphere of annihilation. But there is. All I know is that one suit of this armor exists. I don't know what kind of armor it actually is. But apparently there is an armor in existence that can withstand it.
Then we should find it.
I already know where it is.
Yeah.
Oh, where is it?
Sigeos has it.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
That's what I was talking to Borges about.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, that just means we have to help
That's part.
Saphira's crew.
That's part of the reason I was going to volunteer as well. That's
Yeah.
not to say that they're going to just hand that armor over to us willy nilly, but
I mean, we could just ask them to we could just borrow it.
yeah, I'd be like, you guys can pull it off our corpse afterwards if you want. Need it back. It's going to be in a pile, smoldering somewhere.
I mean, if we're gonna need every tool we can get if we're gonna destroy Vagradin. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I do have things I need to do after we slay him. So, alternatively, if we all save up enough money, we could just purchase contingency resurrections.
Here's
But
the
those
thing:
are-
you forgot that Vagradin's fiery body will incinerate your soul.
Wait, what?
Yes, we were told that.
By
Yeah,
who?
it's kind of metal. Yeah.
I don't remember if it was Mr. Verm or someone we spoke to. It was someone who
It was
knew
not
what they were
Mr.
talking about. Yeah, I can't remember the exact person who told us that.
I do think we
but,
had this
Yeah, we had this discussion
Conversation,
because
Yeah.
what happened was
yeah.
we learned that because the person who disabled Vagradin and brought him to the ground by stabbing him between the wings with Star Shatterer was obliterated, mind, body, and soul, as he disabled the dragon.
Oh, I thought they were just speaking like poetically. I didn't know they were actually saying that literally.
Yes, very literally.
Oh.
Out of character, his breath weapon, if it reduces you to 0, destroys you utterly.
Ah,
And
is it a deck save?
No.
of course it's not. Eric's not going to put a deck save against two people with evasion. There's no way.
No.
So that's one thing we have to worry about in numerous ways is
Well,
so hopefully this battle against Sigeos will go well. I'm hoping that perhaps we can clone that armor some way, or maybe find the secret of it so that at least more than one of us will be protected.
I mean,
but,
if anyone could do that, it's Echo,
but enchant it.
or duplicate an enchantment, or at least make some sort of copy that we can use.
Okay,
it's
so
possible.
what you do is you make the armor sentient, and then you can make a simulacrum of it.
Well, the armor may already be sentient. We're not
We
entirely.
don't know.
So all I know is that it was taken from
Eric's like, no.
Anne Maria Rosie's research.
I'm not going to answer those
And-
questions because the Wednesday night group's figuring that out.
Yeah, it was taken from Anne Maria Rosie's research, and I guess you could say perfected by Sigeos.
Well, also, you're looking almost exclusively in the arcane for your solution, but the Spirit's End Fellowship has restored a temple of Anwa that
I'm not-
imprisons an arch.
I'm not
What?
doing anything to do with Onwa like that.
Okay, but Anwa may be capricious and arbitrary, but they do pay their debts. So when we face Fagradan, you can rely on the light of Anwa to shine brighter than Usul at noon.
I cannot though because Zoran Keltris is related to Onwa, and by that fact alone, I will not trust it.
I mean, to be fair, Testu, you're always talking about how unreliable she is, or they are.
More like how arbitrary they are. They do what they want, but when there's a debt, they honor it. They are a god.
Yeah. Anyone who deals so nicely with Keltris, I'm not gonna remotely trust like that because it's
Yeah, she's
No,
Anwa's walking into the car dealership, in a giant trench coat on another person's shoulders, and Amer's like, I don't trust like that.
Amer says as well. Like I don't trust most of the gods in general, and let alone knowing that Onwa refers to Zoran as their nephew, does not give me any particular willingness to want to involve myself more than helping you out.
Well, the Haven sent is Anwa's relic, and she sent me to you. Well, it sent me to you. Anwa was kind of the middle manager in that relationship.
Well, we should focus on the present and not be worrying about the future. We can either we get the armor or we don't, but I mean, I think that's something we should put on the list. And Rose pulls out the group plan's top secret don't look note, and she just adds objective 7. Obtain crazy cool armor. Objective 7.
Cool. And as she writes down objective 7, that's a great place for us to pause so that Echo Rex can be involved in what's coming up next. Cool?
Amer's also going to ask Echo for a paper bird.
Okay.
And Echo will be like, all right, here you go. She doesn't care.
Sure.
So.
Cool. If you can send me the
Sounds
text
like
of the
a
paper
plan.
bird, I'd appreciate it.
What's that?
Send me the text of what's going in the paper
Oh,
bird.
yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Then we will come back next week for the next episode of the Spirits End Fellowship as you guys begin making plans for the next direction you're going in, which is to go to Bourbon. Perhaps.
Maybe.
So, have a wonderful week, guys. Please stay safe. If you know someone who wants to play in a GMeric game, send them my way. I'd love to talk to them. I do have those one-shots over on November 17th and on the 21st. That's next week. So go check those out. The signups for those are over at gmeric.com. We also have some really cool merchandise on the front page, including the Holiday Iris Magnet, which is really, really neat. The GM tip videos and archives go up over on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. If you do watch them, do hit the thumbs up. And we'll be back tomorrow evening with Awesome Blossoms as they're going through the epilogue of their current campaign arc and starting their next one.